live. Awesome sauce. All right. Welcome. Doc Skinner here with 1028 Live. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Or good morning, in this case. We got a very special show. Let me mute this. All right. So we got a very special show this morning. I'm used to saying tonight. Really excited about it. If you could do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. We're going to do some setting up real quick. We're going to go over to Facebook and share this video with people who are not on YouTube. So we're going to go over here and put that little title in there. Set that up. All right. Please share, join in. Please share and join in the chat room on YouTube. All right, and post it. Groovy. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do to Twitter. And you guys can do the same. It helps spread the word. Now, remember, this show is going to be pretty epic for people that know about Randonautica, a viral app that because of COVID, everybody's been looking for something to do, and this has been getting people out and about, exploring, finding new things. So let's see, got that. That's done. Over here, we got our chat room. So we've got Lynette is here. Hello, Alien Girl 111 says hi. Yay, hi Doc. Glad you are, dude. I'm having a crappy morning, so thank you for going live, bro. Hey, yeah, no problem. But it's also, so a little bit of time I could get with the co-founder Joshua Langfelder, and so I've got a list of questions. We're probably not going to get through them all because we only got an hour. So just waiting for him to come on board. He's got a lot of meetings. So the schedule is tight, but I did get an email just a little while ago that he would be on right at the top of the hour. So any second now. Now, if you guys have questions, please put them over in the chat room. If it gets a little crazy, we've got a lot of people, hit that little fast chat and that'll put you up at the top. Make sure I don't miss you. Let's see. Nice to see you in flannel this morning, hoping that chill comes south. It did. Boy, did it come quick. It's been a hot few days, and then we had some rain come in, and it has just, gotten, I think it was like 60-something degrees yesterday morning. I didn't check the temperature this morning, but flannel season's coming. Pretty stoked about it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here. So I'm looking more directly at the camera. And so we got that. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I need that for the questions. I'm going to have that closed out. So we should be good. All right, yeah, go ahead and share if you want. We're just waiting on our guest to arrive. And we got some questions for him. There we go. All right. So let's see here. Promote to panelist. I am so excited. Okay. Let's see. Did it work? Okay. It says attendee, panelist. Where did my attendee go? Oh, they were just there. What has happened? Participants. Oh boy, what just happened? Rename, no. Oh no. I'm clicking, but I can't see them. Oh, this is, no. It's not supposed to work like that. Crumbs. I clicked on it. Oh, this stinks. Let me try. Oh, this is not good. Okay, I'm gonna need them to. Okay, hold on a minute. Son of a gun. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm getting emails here. So this is live, folks. This is live. This is what happens. Uh, interview. This meeting's running late, but Auburn is available. Good. Okay. Um, have her. Sorry, folks. Have her reconnect. She was there, then disappeared. Oh, here we go. Hello.
Hi, Doc. It's Lauren.
Yes. Hi. I have her in the attendees thing, but her name has vanished. Can she? Oh, okay. I see that she's got off now. So let's. I was like just crossing my fingers. Everything would work. We got a lot of people in the chat room excited right now. Oh my gosh! Holy crap! There's 3,228 people watching live right now. Oh no! That I'm sorry. That video's under my other video. That's Trump. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if she could just reconnect. I was making her a panelist, and then she vanished. Excellent. One momento, folks. We're making this happen. Please share this, okay? All right. So let me get rid of the breaking news because I thought that was our count. So I'm just waiting on that. And all right, just waiting. All right. Okay, let me, where's my YouTube page? Close that one out. There we go. All right, mute that. All right, folks, we're working. Here we go. There she is. All right, so we want to put her in chat or promote the panelist. You guys have done this a few more times than me with Zoom. Lauren? Should I put her as chat or promote the panelist? Because I did promote the panelist, and that's what made her vanish. Okay, so chat. Let's try that. Allowed to talk. Yes. Oh, all right. So I guess now you just have to turn your video on.
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm getting off the phone now. All right.
Okay, sweet.
Yes. Okay, but we have no video.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Why is it actually is only giving me audio option?
Really?
Yeah, this is what we call despair meme. It's where nothing works when you're trying to do things associated with Randonauts. We always have tech despair meme, we call it. So let's work through this together.
Okay, you want me? I could try one more time and do promote the panelist again. You want to try that?
Yeah.
That's normally how I get my people on there video wise. So let's try that, and it'll click off for just a second. But here we go. Come on. Well, she's there, but I don't hear her. There she is, but I don't hear you.
Hi, I'm here.
Oh, yay!
Yes, I made it.
Yes. Okay. Technology, we can make it work. Hi, Auburn.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you.
I mean, you have kind of been like the face for Randonautica recently. And,
have I? I feel like it's Josh.
Well, I mean, yes. Well, I've seen your videos though. How you did that. I don't know. Your videos kind of been used. In
it has been. I know. I'm denying it. But yes, you're right. I do. I'm out there. For Randonautica.
But people, I don't think associate you with Randonaut. It's just being a Randonaut. I don't
Yeah,
think they
that's more what it
realize
is. Yeah.
what your position is with Randonautica, which I'm just so stoked you're here. This is awesome. This is awesome. Okay, now I know I'm going to move this screen over here. Oh, that's good because I've got a chat room with people that are just dying to talk.
Cool.
But
That's awesome.
first off, what we'll do is we'll do the introduction. So hello, um,
Hi.
let people know exactly who you are and what you have to do with Randonautica, what your place is with the app.
Sure. My name is Auburn, and I'm based in Papillion, Nebraska. And I actually got involved with the Randonauts back in July of 2019, which was like maybe 4 months after my partner Josh started the Randonaut community. And I became very obsessed with randonauting, and I would consider myself a professional randonaut. And then in December, Josh and I partnered up, and we worked with the guys who like created the theory and some of this all these crazy woo ideas that have gone into randonauts and what randonautica is now. And here we are a year later, and it's blown up, and people all over the globe are randonauting, and I'm just kind of trying to keep it all together on like business side and make sure we're doing things properly. And Josh is like running the community still and making sure that he's like very active and helping randonauts like they first get started because it's such a bizarre and mysterious thing.
It really, truly is, and that is why I'm so intrigued with this app. I mean, I've done it, not as much as you. I'm still learning about it, still trying to understand all the what.
Sorry, keep going.
Oh, I guess. Oh, I know what's happening. I'm watching the YouTube feed, and there's a delay, so I thought you had gone mute all of a sudden.
Oh,
My bad. So yeah, I've got all these questions, and I know we were short on time because you guys got so much going on. So I'll try to pick the best that I feel many people have asked. Now I've put the call out there to many of these huge viral videos, Randonautica videos, and they were all just blown away. They're like, "Really? You're gonna have them on?" I'm like, "Well, yeah. So if you have questions, send them to me, and I'll do my best to slip them in there." Now, I guess we could start with the basic, and I should have chopped some of these out earlier so I don't, but I want to ask them all. What really inspired Randonautica?
well, it's kind of twofold. One part is that there was kind of this the Fatum project is a major component into like testing the theory of traveling into randomness and what happens when people go off of their probability tunnel, which is basically like the things and the patterns that you do as part of your regular life.
Yeah,
And
rituals and stuff.
yeah,
Sure.
and so kind of the secret behind randomness and how to derive randomness, and then what happens when people, activate that. And then the other part is uh, Josh, who really spearheaded creating this community and bringing it to like the surface, basically. Um, he's played a really critical role in making the Randonauts like who they are now. And his background was like he's just a really random dude in general. Like he picked his college major based on like randomness. He grew up with like his mom, he always says like saying, let's go see what we can see. So he's always just been like a journeyman wanderer type. So his kind of like spirit is in the project, and it's really been driven a lot by him. And then there's people like me who are these very curiosity, like fearless explorer types that just want to like discover the unknown, like what's really happening in our world and what is our reality. So it's kind of like all those pieces together is how the project started.
Wow. And how long did it take from concept to completion to where it is now, out and about and just blowing up everywhere?
Yeah, so let's see, it started in February of 2019 was when Josh first put what was a bot on Telegram out. And then after that, it was like kind of the community went in spurts, because Reddit was a very active place. People love to go out and Randonaut, and then they'd come back and show their pictures and kind of be like, whoa, I just had this really weird experience and I need to talk with other people about it because I think some people were like kind of shocked with like what they would find and such. And so that grew over time. And then really what happened this year was when the pandemic hit, there weren't many activities that people could do. You know, we were in quarantine and lockdown, and um, randonauting offered a way for people to social distance, be able to go out in nature and have this experience that was kind of like reconnecting them with the world around them. And that's when things got pretty crazy for like the randonauts. I mean, we had 18 million total downloads happen since.
Wow.
Yeah, and that doesn't include like the people who just download it and then, you know, there's like 4 people in the car with them. Like a lot of people go in groups. So like total Randonaut trips is like over 100 million at this point.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think of, because 4 or 5, it's true. And it has just become a sensation. Now, looking at the questions, we've kind of covered, good, we're already skipping a few. That's good. The intentions got that. Of course, everybody. I want to dispel some rumors today.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
I see the benefit in this app, whereas a lot of this younger generation are using it for the EBGB factor, as I call it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's with the owl? Because everybody's running with Moloch and Bohemian Grove and the Illuminati and the Cabal and all that.
We've heard it all.
Are you guys with the the dark side?
You know what? Let me just be honest. Yes. No. Gosh. We're like so much peace and joy hippy dippy types that it's just funny. But also we totally get it. The background on the owl is that owls have like a lot of meaning and transformation, and one of Josh's like original ideas was like that the owls see in the dark, and that's kind of like what randonauts do, because we go out and we start observing things that like you couldn't see before. So it's very figurative of opening your eyes to like the light around you. The owl's neck is not broken. It's tilting its head, which is something that owls do. We actually this is the original logo that's behind you, and it was just like, I'm telling you, despair meme. If anyone listening knows what that is, it is like that logo, that poor logo went through the despair meme of like graphic designers like dropping off the face of the earth, like files being destroyed. Like it was very difficult to even get it made. So by the time it was made, it's just like, this is it, and we're sticking with it. But the owl, it has no ill intentions. We finally got to the point where so many people asked us that, and then we were just like, you know what? They don't own the owl. It's a spiritual animal. Like they don't get to own it just because the esoterics don't get to own it, or the Illuminati, or all those other things. We can have it too.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. You're taking it back.
Yeah, why not? We're recovering the energy. No one has to own the whole thing.
Yeah, they've taken so many symbols, but yes, all right. But I think what adds to that mystique with the owl is when the owl shows up in some of these Randonautica trips.
How cool is that? Yeah. Yes.
And how often it's been showing up in videos. But you have to think of law of averages. Some people will look too into some of these things, exaggerate, however you want to say, usually for clicks. Mm-hmm. I think reality can be just as intense or scary. Okay, so that's a big question. We know you're not a part of the dark side, so that's awesome. You guys really, that's why I was so excited. You guys just seem like you're so much fun. I was able to find a couple videos of you doing a Zoom meeting. I felt like I was intruding on an office thing, but it was, you guys just seemed awesome. I was like, I gotta get a hold of them. All right, I'm skipping through these really quick.
You're
Now,
kind.
jumping into the app itself, it's connecting to a quantum computer at Australian University or National Australian National University,
Yep.
ALN.
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
ANU. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it how is it just like you guys connected via internet to this thing, or is it cosmic? Or I mean, I've heard that the creators say, yeah, we built it. We still don't know how it works. That kind of scares me, but it's exciting at the same time because the idea of multiple dimensions or solving problems in multiple dimensions is cool, to me.
Sure. Yeah.
Um, so my main purpose to want to do this interview was to talk about the speculation that we live in this simulation, this matrix simulation. Now, on your website, you say that wasn't we don't subscribe to that theory, and that's great and all. But sometimes the greatest revelations or eureka moments are usually by accident. So, have you guys ever considered the thought, what if we had you created an algorithm, right? That's basically what it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You ever think that what if we may have accidentally, like the light bulb or something, the light bulb wasn't really an accident, but created something that could have been a thought, as I say, a thought-driven matrix search engine. And if you look at, this is all speculation. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
like subscribing to it. I like thinking, what if, you everything is coded in this speculation. Every object, my phone, my wallet, desk, my dog, me, we all have a thumbprint. And when we think the power of thought intertwining with quantum mechanics in these interdimensions, could it be that this algorithm can find things within its parameter that you set in your settings to locate these things? Have you ever thought that, what if? I know that maybe not what you intended to happen, but wouldn't it be kind of cool? It'd be a whole new kind of search engine.
Yeah. I think there's some basis there to what theories we've considered.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that there are a lot of matrix, simulation, cube, all sorts of theories that kind of almost make it more narrow than what we're looking at. So it puts it in a box too much. Whereas I think what our group has tried to do is explore like the most like how big of a possibility could this be. So some of our like most recent conversations are, how does mind matter interaction work, and at what point is it operating? So you have the mind, you have a machine, and then you have matter, which is the world around you. Is it that the mind is talking to the matter, the world around you? Is it that the machine is talking to the world and then it's working with your mind? And how do those, those kind of like trifecta of experience come together? And that's, I think, where the focus is understanding mind matter interaction, mind machine interaction, and that technology, and how to kind of use that in different applications. And then yeah, it's almost easy. It's almost easier in a way to say, well, it's all just a computer and we're simulating things and we're searching it. And that is on some level that could be explained in that way. But we want to go, I think, bigger and have it be like very like you can apply it. This is an exercise, and how you're interacting with it is kind of like, we'll let that be your own ideology at the end of the day,
And so to that. I'm just trying to wrap my mind, because you are going places that, and that's why I was just focusing on that small little thing, because God, I can't imagine just hanging out with you guys for a day. Oh my gosh. I like to think I'm somewhat intelligent, but I feel like you guys would just blow my mind.
We call it putting your brain in a pretzel. Like we put each other's brains in a pretzel, and then we have to be like, my brain's in a pretzel, so I'll get back to you on that.
Oh my God. I want to hang out with you guys so much. That just sounds awesome. All right, we're going to move on because I know we're short on time, and we do have people over here, and I haven't been. I'm sorry, folks. I know I normally call out every person in the chat room, but I'm not going to be able to do that during this show today. So please understand. But if you got questions, put them in there. Oh, okay. Here's a good one I didn't even have on my list. This is a big question, has been referenced in many videos. Is the camera and the microphone being used by this app? Because people think that the app is hearing them talk about what their intent's going to be, or what they want to experience or see. Because you don't type anything in. You're just supposed to go random and then think, which is awesome. But people have tried to trick it and say, I'm not going to say anything. And they'll write it down on a piece of paper. And they'll be, even though they're showing it to the camera. I mean, it's like, come on, you're saying, anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't use your camera or your microphone at all.
It does not, no.
Fantastic. Okay, that's a big weight off some people's shoulders right now, because I know a lot were worried about that.
We've had people ask us if we use the satellites to look down at the earth and find particular things, because they thought of a zebra and they came across a zebra statue in someone's yard, and they want to know if we had access to satellites to do that. And I will tell you, we don't have access to satellites. We're not using your camera or your microphone, and this is wholly a mind matter interaction process that we're theorizing and trying to like really hone in on how it's operating. But right now it's pretty mysterious. We're getting there though.
Well, do you think it could be a Pandora's box? I'm just playing devil's advocate for a second.
My gut says no. It feels like very much it happened at the right time in the right place, and the people that are involved, it feels like it's supposed to be moving this way. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. I'm with you 100% there. Okay. I got a lot here. Let me go back to my official lists and channel through there. We talked about the EBGB factor. Okay. Do you guys have a full cast and crew of people scattered across the planet that jump out of the woods and over hills? And
yep. Okay. They're all waiting for you, so wherever you go.
That's where all the money goes that you guys make off all this?
Oh, yes. All of that money that we have. Yep. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. We use that to buy helicopters for people, so that as soon as you launch your point, that we have no idea what it is, but somehow these people are going to get it. They're going to take their helicopter and they're going to go to your location, where they'll then kidnap you. And then I don't know what comes next. They use it for ransom with your family. I have no idea. This is totally irrational behavior. But let me also tell you this. It's super normal to have that feeling, because there's something about your mind going into a place of uncertainty. Okay, we don't do that in normal life. We know what we're doing. Even when we think we don't know what we're doing, like you get lost downtown or something, you still kind of know what you're doing. Like, I'm lost, I need to go find a phone, I need to get to wherever. But our whole lives until this opportunity, like for the majority of these people, they were not using random adventure as part of their lifestyle. So when you are going somewhere and your brain doesn't know where it's going, doesn't know what it's going to see on the other side of that point, what ends up happening is you kind of get this fear factor. And then it becomes, well, wait, what if someone's waiting for me? Like, do I even trust this app? Like, is this the wrong thing to be doing? Does this go against my religion? Did I tell my mom before I left? Like, I don't know. You start feeling these things, and we call that despair meme. And very early on, it was identified as something that like everyone could relate to, like having this moment of like fear of the unknown, and then it kind of manifests your like ideas of what you're actually afraid of.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I mean, our mind is very powerful. It's very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And real quick, I've got some people in the chat room that are a little confused. They say, you're pretty good looking for a Joshua. So let me explain. This is Auburn. Joshua is in the meeting. He was running late. Auburn was so kind to come in. She's a you're co-founder too, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. It's Josh. I'm here on behalf of Josh.
Yeah, so I will alter this and change the name to Auburn's name after the video. So anybody that was confused, because they're like, this doesn't look. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Concerns saying to never. Oh, address the concerns of people saying to never use it from home or download from home and why. A lot of people will do that. I've noticed they'll say, all right, we're going to go out in this parking lot. We're going to download it right now. See, I'm downloading. Can you see? I hit the download button. All right, well, wait. Okay, good. Now we're in. All right, we're going to do it. All right, we got the address, put in GPS. Good. Delete it.
Oh, man.
I don't know where I went British, but it can happen.
I liked it. I thought that made a lot of sense, actually.
There's a lot of British, and it's worldwide. But I'm noticing the top-rated videos, majority of them come from South America. So, what do you think the difference is between these two different countries, where or all these countries in Europe and Russia, Germany, Japan? I mean, they're everywhere. And how does that feel knowing I did something and it's being used worldwide?
Yeah. Okay. Well, for the first part, I think we definitely have a trend of people who are like clickbaity and creating YouTube videos that are like, don't use the app, never use it, warning, danger, Illuminati, they're gonna get you, kidnapping. Like, oh my gosh, I see those all the time. And so to answer that question, why do people say don't download it from your house? I think that's that fear factor. It's like trying to drive the story up. Lots of those are on the stories that are like, and we were almost kidnapped in the woods and whatever. Sorry, we're talking about so many negative things, which we really shouldn't. But if we're dispelling rumors, I
and
think
we're
we
going to get
should.
to the happy stuff in a minute, but
Okay.
This is what a lot of the majority of the questions were
Totally
about.
understandable.
So I want to
yeah.
get them out of the way so we can get to the happy stuff and end on a high note.
And you know what is like, what's good to know is that we are in beta. This wasn't like, we were not supposed to go viral in beta. Like this was, the app is on a bot, which we're going to actually be like pulling beta down and then putting up the full release like very soon here. Okay. But there is no backend really that has any data. It's all anonymous. So unless you're someone who goes on a Randonaut trip and then voluntarily chooses to send in a trip report, we don't know anything about you. We don't know. We have no user data other than like very generic, like white labeled stuff from Google Analytics, like Apple Play Store, which tells us like you're a user in this location, this is your age, and that's it. But we don't have like your actual location whatsoever. We know that maybe you're in the state of Washington. Yeah. So we can't find you, and you can't find. Well, you could find me way easier than I could ever find you. Please don't find me, anybody. Jeez, gosh, now I feel like I'm jinxing myself. And then what was the other question? Oh, all these people in all these places. It's insane. Like we would get major bursts, and then all of a sudden, like Mexico was taking off, and I don't speak Spanish, so I'm like, I don't know what's happening in these videos.
I was actually hoping you'd tell me because I don't third year Spanish.
They're spooky. They're on the spooky side, man. Like there's some spooky stuff going on there. But I think it's so fascinating, and I hope that people, on Reddit, it's a little bit different. Like Reddit is way more leans happy, joy, peace, love. Like people are like doing soul searching there, and you're seeing these like super interesting, like positive stories and synchronicities. And then YouTube and TikTok is very like for the creepy factor, very much.
Now, from what I've learned, it took off with the creepy factor because of the famous viral video of the kids found the suitcase.
Yep.
A very unfortunate situation. It was very real. It was not a prank. But I saw that once that happened and it went viral, it was more of ghost hunters, paranormal people, kids just wanting to get scared. And what I don't understand is these kids, I'm sorry, I'm almost 50, everybody's kids to me. But these kids.
You look great for 50. Did you say 50?
Yeah. So.
You're on like a holistic diet or something?
No, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I've been single for a while, so I mean.
that helps, yeah.
Yeah. What were we talking No.
I threw you off there, didn't I? Sorry.
What was I saying?
Mm.
I
You were
totally went
saying,
blank.
uh,
Oh, all these kids,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
sit
they want to
there
do creepy
and they
stuff.
and they act all tough. And, oh yeah,
Mm.
we're gonna go out and do this, blah blah blah, and saying, oh, we're not scared. We're gonna do it at night, or I'm gonna do it alone. Which, by the way, don't do it alone at night. And then they get scared and they freak out. It's like, well, yeah, you are manifesting this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it's gonna come to you. You don't need an app really to make it happen. It's
Yeah.
just, I think the app is making you focus on that manifestation or intent.
Yeah.
I started Randonautica White Mountains up here, little group, and go out on the weekends. And
Cool.
I set the rules, group, daytime only. Because we're up here in the mountain. There's woods and there's animals and
Yeah.
Bigfoot
Yeah.
and UFOs and
Mm-hmm.
all that.
Yeah. You have to have situational awareness and be prepared for those types of things.
And
Yeah.
I didn't realize how many people don't know what that is or how to utilize it. But it's true. So we were at the end of the night. We were driving around in a 4-wheel Polaris, so I thought that was cool.
Oh,
So
nice.
we have to do so much hiking, and the sun went down, and I'm not driving; it's not mine, so I'm kind of a hostage in the situation. And they're like, "We want to do one more." I'm like, "Well, it's no, like, no, we want to do one more." I'm like, "All right, let's do a UFO sighting." Right? I thought sighting. And so it took us to this little wildlife area, and we're out in the middle of nowhere. We look up, and I'm looking for UFOs. And behind me, my friends were like, no, look over here. And we were being circled by a swarm of bats, like a huge thing of bats. So it was a sighting.
Weird. Yeah.
And they're like, all right, well, let's do one more. I'm like, okay, one more, and then we're done for the day.
It's always just one more.
I
With
know,
randonauting.
right? And so they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do something creepy." I was like, "No." Like, no, we're all thinking creepy. We're all thinking creepy. And I'm like, "God, okay." So it was 2 minutes away, and it was down a street, really dark cabins because we're in the mountain. And it pulls up to this cabin, and this sensor comes on. Porch light comes on. I'm a little startled. The sign says 665. I look across the street, 666. I'm like, we're going home. We're going home right now. So yeah, that whole mind thing, it will play tricks on you. It will exaggerate. It will amplify.
Mhm.
I think that's a good way of saying, to these people that are using it for the first time, just know whatever mindset you're going into that trip with, it's going to be amplified.
Yeah.
So
I could give you a good example. Someone emailed us and they're a property owner, and they said that a car came onto their property and their sensor at the beginning of their property, they're like, I can't remember how, it was very far from their house. So to the car coming on, it probably looked like they were just entering a random field. But to the property owner, they have a sensor that came on and they got out in their golf cart and they drove down to this car. And in that moment, I'm thinking, gosh, those kids probably thought that they just got like, oh my gosh, we just drove in this totally random place and now this car's chasing me and these people are trying to get us and they're going to kidnap us and kill us and all these things. And really, it's the golf cart owner coming to talk to the car and say, hey guys, why are you on my property? This is actually private property. And if they wouldn't have had that interaction, right, then that car would have drove off and maybe they would have had a video and the story would have became murderers trying to find us on private property, or blah, 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 you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
they
so
followed us home.
it's the mindset, try to chase us, try to get us, but really it's just like, it could have been totally different. And if that person would have posted a video and they would have said, sweetest old woman in golf cart comes down. We had the greatest conversation. She was scared at first because I was on her property and I told her what I was doing. It turns out she has the same name as my grandma. What a weird coincidence. I was thinking about my grandma that morning. Mindset. It's all in your head, what you're going to interpret your experience as. So yeah.
That's awesome. So we're knocking these out basically. Well, let's do some technical real quick, and then let's just talk about from then on positive ways of using this app. Okay. So first off, actually that one's a good one too.
Go for it.
Has anybody ever found a portal or a Stargate?
Probably.
Yeah, probably on reservation land.
I mean,
That was one of the ones we asked that weekend, and it was on res land, so we couldn't go over there. But they think they got portals over there, so it's very possible. All right, so the next one was Australia National University. We covered that. It was the other terms. Okay, MMI and IDAs.
Mhm.
Let's discuss this. I'm intrigued. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you will. You do. So MMI is just mind-machine interaction.
Okay.
So that's the theory that your mind has an influence on the matter around you. The matter being the world or machines. And then IDAs are intention-driven anomalies. So the anomalies are what the app is finding, these anomalous places that are, populating in your radius. And then you're driving that anomaly with your intention.
Yeah, so you kind of have to look at like almost in like flow of energy in a sense, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really trying to just totally wrap my head around this.
Yeah.
Which I'm really good at, but this is when it's a challenge to me, I get excited. I'm like, oh yeah, bring it on. Okay, so we've busted through a bunch, and that's great. Looking into the future, what do you see of hypothetically Randonautica 5.0? What do you see its capabilities expanding into, and in a positive light?
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I've seen that I think will eventually be have a huge impact, or at least I hope so, is that like people from different cultures have came together to have this discussion about like this phenomena. It's like literally a global movement, a global phenomena. So you have people like translating text from Russia to be able to talk to people in Japan, and that type of bridge in the culture gap is like pretty incredible. I don't know that I have anything in like recent history that's I dropped out of that. So dropped in from that, I guess. So I hope that over time, more people and more conversations can emerge across cultures and what's happening here. And then this just exploratory into mind machine interaction and mind matter interaction. Like we have big ideas, especially Josh, into how this can be like really applied and people can understand like how to amplify the human experience and enhance the human experience. And I mean, there's technology that like we could turn our lights on and off in our house if we wanted to, but it's just like not being applied yet. And so we have to, maybe introduction into how the mind and emotion works with your environment could lead into things that are like much bigger and better that come out of this project, I guess. If that answers your question, sorry, I feel like I was long-winded, but and ultimately, I want people to like use it to change their lives and their routine, even if it's just like I do the same thing every day, walking my dog, and I'm bored, and then you just put in a random point, and now you've changed something you may have done for 20 years, the same walk. Well, if your dog lived for 20 years, but you know what I'm saying? Even you get a new dog, same walk, and
make spicing up your life a little bit.
Spice up your life. Like there's just something to that. Break out of the mundane, break out of routine. Like we get stuck in the day-to-day grind, and then before you know it, you look back and you're like, what did I do this year? What did I do last year? I've been doing the same thing for so long. So there's just some very positive, like psychological aspect to that in general.
Well, what one of the reasons why I'm so happy, I was worried I wasn't going to get to have you on the show, but I'm glad you were able to step in, because your videos, the few that I've seen, I haven't seen all of your Randonautica videos, but the few that I've seen, you really do put this whole positive, live life to the fullest kind of vibe to it. The one where you look for purple, that's one of the big famous ones. You think purple in, and it took you not just to a location, but little adventures along the way. The backyard with that looked like a fairy tale land. You were right. You would have never have known it existed.
No way.
This person's lifelong work of art would have been seen by one less person, but you got to experience it because of this app. Now you have other people like travel on private property. Don't do that, folks. It's against the
No,
rules.
knock,
Against
ask
the
if you
law.
can. Yeah, like
But
sometimes people are really
you
nice
can
and they'll let
ask.
you.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
ask them. Don't be
Yep.
afraid just because it says private property, because shoot, you might find that treasure and they'll split it with you. You know? Um, not saying you're always going to find. I mean, there have been some of those videos too. Some I think totally faked, like the bag of money or the girl in the trunk.
Yeah.
Some of you people are. You can tell you're just. It's just silly. Just you're silly. Stop. So, um, so I, but I have seen people. They're kind of dramatic videos, but they have like positive. Like I think there was a missing kid in one video, or a kid that was lost, and they found him.
Really? I haven't seen that one.
There's the little or the girl that didn't get her cat from the adoption agency, and so she goes out in the middle of nowhere, and a little kitty comes out of the woods, and that's her
I've
new
seen a
cat.
lot of those.
Yeah, I mean that is awesome. The one I know some of these you're very familiar with. A girl talks about memories, or she wants to manifest memories. And she's walking down the street, and she walks up to a friend of hers from 10 years ago, just sitting on the doorstep,
That's crazy.
so they could reconnect. The gentleman that did I don't know if it was a documentary or a little info show about Randonautica, but it was you and two other people, and
Oh,
there was
yeah.
one guy looking for love or wanted to be a pilot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Deepak. Yeah.
And then, oh my God, I felt so sorry for this. I mean, the whole time,
I was
the
with him the whole
signs are
time.
right there, and he's just looking around. I don't get why we're doing. I'm just like,
Being with him and seeing him do that, and me and the other two producers, we'd look at each other and be like, is he like totally not? We were like, what's going on that he can't see this? Like, it was weird. It was almost like, have you ever seen, what's that movie? It's What's the
yes,
Bleep? Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. You know how they talk about how the Native Americans couldn't perceive the ships when they came because like they didn't have that in their imagination yet. They couldn't conceptualize that. I remember being with that guy and him not being able to see any of the planes, and I'm thinking like, literally, can he not see any of these planes?
well, he points out one, but he doesn't connect with it.
No, he's not connecting with it. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
he's missing several others that like didn't even make the cut of that video, but it was kind of funny. Yeah.
and it was so cute. Everybody was like, "I'm not saying nothing to him."
Yeah, exactly.
We're not gonna put it out there.
Yeah, because you want people to, everyone's on their own journey. So you kind of, and
You
that's
let
what's
them
interesting
go.
about going in groups too. I'm sure you've realized that going in groups is like some people see things, some people don't. There's one person that maybe is like pointing out the big stuff, and group intention gets mixed. It's so interesting.
Somebody will look too into something, and the other people are like, it's not that big a deal.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's what kind of makes it fun. And then what was we talked about the spare meme. Okay, so with this, and I want to stay on the positive because I had a bunch to knock out at the beginning. We did. Yeah, this was mixed in there. Question 11. I had 33 questions. I was trying to be symbolic.
Yeah, I'm 33 years old, so it's a good time to ask me 33. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the question is, well, I want to ask permission, really. Do you think it'd be cool if maybe we could start a Randonautica channel on YouTube where it's not all the EBGB? We could show what the positive benefits, finding old friends, connecting with people, just all that. Because I feel like there needs to be a good balance. And right now, it's all the EBGB stuff and just a few good things.
Yeah.
So if I was to start something like that and told people send me, you guys would be cool with that?
Sure. You know what you should do is you should put, do not watch danger, scariest story ever, kidnapping, and then make it like the best, most positive video ever. So people clickbait it and they're just waiting for it. And nothing ever happens. That's scary.
Wait till end of video.
Yeah,
we can do that.
That's great. You should do that. Sure.
Totally. I think I will. All right. So now we had other questions. I haven't been in the chat room because I've been trying to pay attention and didn't want you to think I wasn't looking at you. So let's see. Well, somebody says, Justin says, you haven't asked any questions I sent you when you told me about this on my channel. I'm trying to think what that was. I had a lot of people asking me questions. Yeah, I don't know what it is. So,
Justin, what's your question? He wants you to go back.
yeah,
and
go
look
ahead
at
and
other questions.
put the question back in there, just Justin, and I'll try to catch it real quick. Drop Podcast has been extremely vocal in here. Kind of, he likes that enter button. Enter. Let's see. So I think they're being 100% honest with us about the app. Yeah. Or aren't being. Oh, so he doubts.
Ooh, why? Because it's just like I get it.
I mean, some people,
get it.
is the bad guys usually won't admit that they're doing wrong, so they're probably going to say, "Well, they said it isn't, so it must be." Why is it that you think that's happening nowadays? Everything is fake news. Nothing is real anymore. Nobody believes anybody. What do you think has happened? I know this is off track for Randonautica, but I'm just curious.
To be totally honest, if it was me and I wasn't a part of it, I would probably think the same thing. I'm a digger. I will find rabbit holes anywhere. And I get it. Like, it looks almost too simple to be how big it is and how, absurd and like kind of groundbreaking. And I understand. Like, I do get it. And I think a lot of that comes from the TikTok suitcase video. Like, a lot of, we didn't have that level of speculation before. Like, beforehand, the community was more fringe and it wasn't mainstream. So it was like very tight knit and like everyone knew everybody. And so it was like this very open and transparent type of group. You knew who the people were since the beginning. And then when it went mainstream, it's like all of these questions started coming in and people started pointing fingers and then so much speculation. So like, I totally understand why they would think we're not being forthcoming, but I just don't know what else to say. Like, I feel like I don't know how you even prove that,
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, all these people. Justin just came back with his question, which was
Can I see these questions, or are they only you can see them?
On YouTube? You can, if you're watching the YouTube video.
Oh, okay. No, I'll let you handle the questions. It's probably easier. I don't see them. No, that's good.
My bad. Well, yeah, it's that suitcase. Everybody keeps coming back to that. He goes, how is it that the app took these kids directly? I mean, the spot on the suitcase, and you have other objects where it's like on that object.
Yeah.
That is a good question. Normally you'd think, okay, it'd be within like a 5-10 feet radius from the spot, but some of these things are dead on, and that alone has a very high creepy factor.
Yeah, it does. It really toys with your like questioning reality. It does it to me still, honestly. But when it comes to the suitcase, Pokemon Go also had some weird uncoverings of dead bodies. Like, there's just this, when you have like millions of people out randonauting and going into these unknown places, like you're gonna find things like that. Yeah. That wasn't on their exact spot. It was like around their location. They did set their intention as travel, as far as I know. So that was pretty, which is really crazy that they came across a suitcase.
Well, I also remember the one with the shoe that was on a dirt pile.
I still like to think that was just a shoe.
But she said, "Oh, there's a leg connected to it," and she ran off.
But I need to know more about that because there's been too many of those. You know what I mean?
And it makes it difficult. You sit there going, "Well, because we live in such a world of doubt these days."
Yeah, sure.
I don't trust anybody, so everything is, I got to see it to believe it. And it is sad because I've been in the entertainment industry for 35 years. And the stuff that I've trained and went to school for, everybody can do with an app. It's really sad for people like me because what we do for a living. But some of the apps are pretty cool. I love this face swap stuff. That's fun. You know, being Aquaman and Superman and all that. That's always fun. But the whole thing with AI, what do you think about it? I mean, do you think that if it has that self-awareness, if it doesn't have it already, I mean, because you're connected with a quantum computer. Now, how did you get access to a quantum computer in the
It's
first?
open source.
Oh.
They actually give access to it on, if you search ANU QRNG, it's available there.
And I mean, I'm just trying. What made you think to go with a quantum computer instead of just hook it up with your excuse me, just your PC or computer?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're trying to have an influence on something, and it seems like the smaller something is, the easier it is to like move it, like dust maybe, you know, if you think about it that way. So you have random number generators, which are like pseudo-random, and then a quantum random number generator is like even like it's non-deterministic randomness. So it's like it really, whatever's happening like shouldn't happen. There's no reasonable explanation for it. And tapping into that space, I mean, has provided a lot of very anomalous experiences. And there's been other research groups that have studied this over the years, although they're mostly like defunct now. But you had like the PAIR research group, which was out of Princeton, and they studied like anomalies research. There's the Global Consciousness Project, which is still up and running and is running. They run basically random number generators that like trigger events and like see if there's synchronization over the globe. Like if like when 9/11 happened, all of these random number generators synced up. Well, they shouldn't really do that. They're supposed to be randomized. So it's like something with the consciousness is connected to this randomness because it should never be as orderly as that. And so, yeah, this is just kind of testing that theory even further.
Well, I do about the whole randomness thing. I came across an anomaly in itself, I guess. I got the same location 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
The third time was on another person, on one of the other Randonauts' phones. I was like, do it on yours.
Mm-hmm.
And we were looking for lost money. I think we didn't find anything because the others were thinking, you know, treasure chests full of money. And I'm like, I just want $5. I want to get a coffee. Because I feel like if I'm greedy about it, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
You're going to sacrifice something or something's going to happen. It's not going to be good. So I just look for something simple. But it came up 3 times. I'm like, it's got to be a treasure chest. I mean, dang, 3 times quantum randomness? I mean, have you heard of this happen before where someone would get the same thing? And if so, does that mean something, or is it a glitch in the quantum randomness?
I've had that happen to me, and I had the same point 5 times over like a 3-day period. And I called Josh and I was like, why do I keep getting the same point? Like, is there something wrong with the app? And he was like, no, it's just a persistent anomaly. It's just, we don't know. We don't know why it's happening. There's like no explanation for it, but there's something like anomalous about that location that it keeps drawing these points.
There,
yeah.
It made me want to bring like a metal detector and all that, just in case it was something buried.
You should. I'm kind of interested now, actually.
I know. I've got a metal detector. But I kind of want to go out there again. Everybody kind of gave up. That was our last one before the sun went down. And it was a rough ride. I didn't know Polarises could like run through trees.
Yeah, those things are beasts. That's so cool.
I'm saying we're gonna get stuck out here. Like, no, we're gonna be doing it. I was a big wuss.
You know what's interesting is that so now that you're talking about Polarises, and I wonder if like your listeners know, that's kind of like a rare, like it's like an ATV vehicle crossover, right?
Yeah.
I bet people will start to see that more now.
Oh, because I said it?
Yeah, which is weird. Like there's something about like when we start really like putting energy into things, even if we're not using the app and it's associated with the app, like I mean, you could just go with the Biner Meinhof phenomena, but there's something more to it. This whole memetics thing where stuff starts being observed way more than it should be. So I'm curious if like something that comes out of this call will even be like, people will be like, oh my gosh, I just saw that on Doc's video the other day and now I'm seeing it all the time.
I have it. I got an idea. I know you guys are all spread out and everything, but do you guys ever come together for meetings or like events or something? Because what if we do Randonautica?
Oh yeah, I love it.
All right, I'll put it together because I do Disclosure Con every year up here in the mountain, except this year because they're using the casino as a COVID isolation word, so that ain't gonna happen.
You have to talk to Josh about that.
Yeah,
He'll love
yes,
it.
and please, I would love to chat with him. I'm sorry we missed him on today's show. Maybe we can have him back for another time. But yes, I would. I'm saying it right now. I'm putting it out there. As we say, it is out there. I've said it. I'm going to put together Randonautica so that Randonauts can come together. We can tell our stories, show our videos, maybe have you guys come and do a talking panel, and bringing people together. That's what I'm all about. Everything I do is about bringing people together, helping people get jobs, inspiring. I mean, my little logo on Facebook is I'm the creator of visions and builder of dreams, because I love making stuff out of nothing. I used to work for Disney and Spielberg, and so I can't think small. But I am announcing today, 1028 Productions is going to put on Randonautica Con, and I don't know what city we'll do it in. We'll talk it out.
Yeah, we can partner with you for that.
I know it will be a hit. So, dude, I love it when a good idea comes together. All right. So let's see. Oh, I've been missing questions. I'm sorry, guys. And there's a lot here. I'm not gonna be able to read everything, folks. I'm just trying to find questions. A lot of people are confused what anomalies and voids and attractors even meaning at basic level. That makes sense? Okay.
Yep. Okay. You have a circle, you're in the middle of it, and then you set your circle, that's your radius. And within that circle, the algorithm creates you have your entropy, which puts a ton of dots on it. So imagine like salt being poured on this circle. And then the algorithm says, okay, there's an anomalous point here that has no salt on it. There's like 2 pebbles of salt, and that's a void because it's very empty of salt. And then there's the opposite, which is an attractor, and that might have like a mound of salt on it because all the salt clustered there, and it shouldn't have done that. So that it should be a very random distribution. We shouldn't see emptiness or density. And so you have these 2 different points, the void, which is empty, and the attractor, which is dense and full. And then your point gets just plopped right in the middle of one of those. So that's kind of like the mathematical process. But how you interact with those points is kind of like up in the air. Like people have totally different experiences going to a void point versus going to an attractor point. If you choose anomaly, it will give you the strongest of either of those 2 things. So yeah, but in terms of like, a lot of people ask, well, what's the difference from going to an attractor versus a void? And there's people have theories about like, if you go to a void, it's a void of energy, so it's like creepy. If you go to an attractor, it's an attractor, so it's more positive. I don't know that that's true. I think it's all in like the experience of the user. The point is that you're going to like a really truly random location. Like it's been very randomized for you.
Wow. I mean, I love how you do the salt. That was a great way to explain it. Yeah, because I was sitting here trying to understand it, but that makes sense. Now, let's say you're wanting to find a lost wallet. What setting would I use? Anomaly, attractor, what? If you wanted to find something,
someone's lost wallet,
or keys. I'm thinking. There was a Steven Spielberg movie where this guy could wave his finger and he could find things. So I'm trying to think, how could we use this app to help somebody find something, or find missing dog,
Yeah.
or find the house of their dreams, or the job, or like that amazing video of the girl who had the question about, should I go to my state college,
I love that one.
and she's driving around, and she applied to KC, and she comes up to a farm field, and the grass had been mowed with KC for Kansas City University, or KCU, and stuff like that just warms the cockles of my heart. I just think it's just awesome, and I would love to promote more stuff like that, because that's beneficial. I mean, those are things where the other stuff, you get scared and it's like, okay, you're done for the night. Whereas these other things, like the girl finding her friend after 10 years, that's stuff that's impactful.
Crazy, so meaningful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think don't underestimate yourself as the user. Like, a lot of people put like the emphasis on the application, and they go, well, the Randonautica app does this. It's definitely doing something, and it has a secret sauce to it. I won't lie about that. But you're the operator, man. Like, where you feel you're going to go, what your level of belief is, how far you've expanded your consciousness into like observationally being able to look at things. Like, there's a lot more about you as the user that has an influence on the outcome than the app itself. Like, if you just put the app on the table and it just keeps giving random locations, like, what is it going to associate with? I don't know. It's in your hand, and when you start making those decisions, that's what's guiding your journey. That's what's taking you to those places. That's what's making you find these things that are meaningful to you. It's you.
Yeah, it's a tool. It's a tool to do whatever you got to get done. And then I want to round this up, because I don't know how much time you have. I mean, we're at a top of an hour. I don't want to. You guys are so busy all the time.
I probably have like 10, 15 more minutes.
Okay, we'll wrap this up. What do you think about the people that are using it to find Bigfoot?
I think that's cool.
You do?
Yeah. At first I was super freaked out, because I was like, what if they do find something that's like really crazy, shouldn't be found, or something like that? I don't know. But there was one video where these girls were like in the middle of the field, and there was something being thrown.
Yes.
But it looked like it had fallen from the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And if you saw the video of like the behind the scenes with our team, probably know what I'm talking about. But it took one of his name's Charlie Parrish. He's like just the guy for UFOs and like alien research. And he was like, oh, that's Bigfoot. That's like what Bigfoot would do. He would they throw things. Yeah. And I thought, oh my God, is that an actual possibility? Yeah. And I was that was kind of eye-opening for me, because I don't know that I necessarily believe in it, but like I like the possibility of it. Like, it's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, it's intriguing. I've always, the mysterious and the what if has always been attractive to me. Ever since Leonard Nimoy, he was an actor back in the day, and he had a show called In Search Of. It was kind of the original Ancient Aliens or X-Files before any of that existed. But yeah, I've always loved that mysterious world. So I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna jump off of YouTube here. But can we chat afterwards? Is that okay, or do you have to go to a meeting?
Sure. No, I have like at least 10 minutes, so you're okay.
Okay. Well, I'll call so we can chat about some details on other things that don't want public yet. Okay. But I am so honored and humbled and grateful that you joined me today, and were able to answer these questions, and we were able to talk about a lot of the myths and dispel them, and possible things we could do in the future. So I'm really, really stoked and thankful. I still would like to talk to Joshua. So if he...
Yeah, we'll get him locked down for you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So thank you very much. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody on YouTube, and then I'll just give you a little ring here in a little bit, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much for having me on. Thank you.
One last thing. I totally forgot. Would you be down if I could hook you up with some big YouTubers, big subscribers? I mean, I've got this one guy, Rex Bear, with Leak Project, and I like to think I'm a smart guy. He makes me go, damn. So he would love to talk to you guys as well. And then I have my friends Rob and Ben from Edge of Wonder out of New York. Dr. Brooks Agnew, who would love to chat with you about all this. I mean, I've got some people I could hook you up with and help spread the word.
Sure. That'd be awesome. Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, anything I can do to help, because I've never been excited about an app.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So thank you very much. This is Auburn
Salcedo.
I was okay. I was going to
Yeah.
say Salcedo, and co-founder of Randonautica, and I hope that we'll be seeing more of you in the future.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. So I'm going to look for the button and say my goodbyes here on YouTube. Oh, there's so many settings. It's always settings. Oh, here, this is where the setting is. Okay, so stop live stream. All right. So thank you, Auburn. I'll talk to you here in just a little bit.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Thank you. If you have any questions, please send them to docskinner@1028productions.com. That's DOCSKINNER @1028productions.com. And yeah, expect to have a convention for Randonautica. 1028 Productions, we're going to be putting together with Randonautica. I'm so excited. Oh my God, it's going to be awesome. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all. Sorry I wasn't able to get to everybody's questions. But next time, please share, hit the like or button if you're on Facebook, on YouTube, hit that subscribe and notification bell. And I'll chat with you all later. I'm going to end it now. Remember, folks, as long as we all lift each other up, we can all rise together. My name's Doc Skinner. This is 1028 Live, broadcasting from the beautiful White Mountains of Arizona, here in these United States on this gigantic big space craft known as Earth, hurtling through space, chasing a gigantic ball of fire. Until next time. All right, I'm share this too. Manage. There we go. Good. Okay, mute. Go here. Share. If you guys are hearing my voice, please share this. I'm about to go live in just a few seconds. Just making sure I got this up here. Bam! Yes, we are live. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the beautiful planet Earth. Dr. Skinner here with 1028 Live. I've got everything up and going. I've got the chat room available. I've got Debbie. Debbie's on board. Justin is here, and I expect more to join because I've got a special treat tonight. Sir Earl Toon Jr., yes, the legend himself from Kool and the Gang. I'm going to take him off hold now so I can bring him on. I've been waiting all night. There's the bell. Oh, there he is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Julian Morgan, right?
Oh, yeah. What's up?
That's not Sir Earl. Sir Earl is over off camera. He's coming back. Here he comes.
Oh, yeah. I had to give me some cranberry.
He was getting a
Of
little
course.
comfortable.
Yeah, get a little comfortable here with my dear brother. What's up?
Got my sparkling ice tonight.
Come on, I'm the younger one. I can grab it, man.
Oh, my cheeks are going to start.
We got to set it up
We
right.
ate all the grapes before we even did it.
Yeah, before we even do anything.
It took the last one like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
We just did a video shoot. Mm-hmm.
Now I want to eat something.
He's looking around. Yeah.
We just did a video shoot, man. That was absolutely fantastic.
Do tell.
Go ahead, tell him, man.
Yeah. I have a song called "You I Want" that I wrote a while back. But we shot a video to it. It had like choreography. We had the girls and the couches and the red walls. It was dope. It was real dope. The vibe was amazing. Yeah.
Silent, profile,
Yeah.
limo riding, good looking.
We did a show yesterday, and young girls, man, try to eat. I said, wait a minute now. I couldn't believe it. I said, this is like, remind me, like, wait a minute. This is like from the time of the Beatles to the time of Justin Bieber. It's like, what? And they were just loving it, man. So
it was a great time. I definitely had like an.
I'm very proud of him, man. I'm proud of him, and I know that when people get to see him perform, and more than anything, as a singer, very well, it'll speak for itself by his recordings and his performance. But as a musician, I have the utmost respect for him, and he's only going to get better. This is just the beginning. And now he plays keyboards, he plays trumpet, man.
No way. Not many do that. So just the trumpet or other brass?
Well, I dabble in like the trombone and the French horn. My parents I started with the trumpet when I was younger, and then as time went on, they knew like I loved it so much, and then they just started throwing other instruments at me. I was like, okay, I guess, but they're all different, but I love them all, But trumpet was definitely the first like brass instrument like I really got into.
It's nice to bring that back in. It seems like it's one of the many instruments that are just fading away. You just don't hear it much anymore unless you go to like a jazz bar, but that's about it.
But guess what? What I'm about to do with certain arrangements that we're putting together and certain music, even, and I can't give it away, but even that makes you dance. I'll just say it like that. We have certain things, not only for him with his trumpet, with him playing trumpet, that I have ideas for, but also for his guitar. And his guitar is absolutely fabulous with him playing on it. And you know what a guitar is, right?
That I'm having two ideas. I'm thinking the Indian thing that the Beatles used, and then that's not a guitar, it's a slide guitar.
Oh yeah, sure. No. He'll show you.
Okay.
It's between both of those. And it is both of those things. It's both of those. But hey man, you're talking about some rawness, some unbelievable like wow sounds, and the way he can play, man, and play it.
I know you see this, man.
Oh, that I was thinking of a sitar. That's what I was thinking of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Wow.
Yeah, it's sick, man. It's a rolling. It's gorgeous. And
oh yeah, it's gonna be killing him, man.
That's sweet.
We don't want to give too much away. We don't want to give too much away.
No, okay.
Too much away, and that's not all. You understand? I mean, believe me, man. It's he's gonna have people, and especially the ladies, gonna say. It's like if you and look and without anyone getting upset with me, because I know there's a lot of people. These guys, if I name some names, I have the utmost respect for, because they were my friends, and I'm talking about we not only did shows together, but we shared each other's ideas and dreams. So when I say that, watch this, watch how I frame this.
Okay.
I believe that he could be not just like, if you will, the likes of who's out now, like John Legend, but no, it's a whole nother situation. Can you imagine the makings of another type of Prince?
No.
That's on that type of level, believe me. As a songwriter, as a producer, as an engineer, as an arranger, as a musician, and as a singer. Do I have to say anything more? Watch. Remember, I said this. I said this live when you watch. Believe me.
No, I would never doubt from your show. And
do I know
a lot to live up to now.
I'm just sitting here. I'm like, oh. Okay.
Do you know? Let me ask you something, Doc. And I say this respectfully. Whenever you've seen me any place, be it performance or anything I've ever done, has it always been quality?
Oh, quality and a higher classy word of that I can't even think of right now. Another echelon.
I
the first moment I met you.
So let me say this. Can you imagine? That's the reason why I said guys like Michael Jackson that gave me love and gave me applause, and like Prince. And so I'm saying to you is respectfully, I'm the only protege of Otis Blackwell, the man that wrote the biggest songs for Elvis Presley. I'm the one that wrote, Yahoo! Celebrate good times. Come on, we're gonna celebrate your party with celebration and get down on it, ladies. But I'm saying to you is that you will see in time that when others say, how could he make a statement like that? That then they may say, you know what? He was being very honest with us. That most definitely he has the potential to further himself as being that which the world looks at today as a living star, superstar in the making. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow, thank you. That took it home for me. Like, wow.
That's real. And guess what? When Marvin Gaye wanted me to go on the road with him, and I couldn't because and not that I couldn't, I didn't want to leave Otis, but when he saw me at the Palladium in England, and he saw me at the Palladium, and here I am, and you see Marvin Gaye comes through, and all of a sudden he says, "You mean to tell me that you come on the road with these bums and you wouldn't come on the road with me?" I mean, for real. I mean, the likes of guys like that, the likes of from Dick Clark to that I've met that have given me love, man, and that have helped me. I'm talking about Otis introduced me from the likes of Count Basie, Duke Ellington. I used to go get for Lionel Hampton cream cheese and lox and coffee and stuff and donuts for them for their rehearsals, brother. I'm that kid. And the Brill Building, 1619 Broadway, West 50th Street, Suite 604, Otis Blackwell Productions, and Earl Toon, spelled Otis backwards, Cito Music, Sito. This is real talk.
Wow.
I'm talking about the things that I've been blessed with, man. Leonard Bernstein, his daughter, Leonard Bernstein's daughter had me to sing for her New Year's Eve with the Cardinals there, the mayor, the dignitaries, and so over 12,000 people in the street at St. John the Divine. And Jamie Bernstein is her name. And I sang something she wrote for her father with a 20-member choir and being the lead on that. I'm telling you is that some things, this is at the tip of the iceberg that I've seen. By the grace of God, I've been inducted, I don't even know if you know this, I've been inducted 3 years ago in the Grammy Hall of Fame.
Yeah, 57th annual, right?
Oh no, that was for the Old Rugged Claws.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame just 2 years ago.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I was
with the likes of James Brown, Bob Dylan, the likes of Louis Armstrong, the likes of Miles Davis, and a few others. I got, 2 years ago, almost, or 2 years ago, 3 years ago, again, not me, not being a religious fanatic, but by God's grace, I was given the Lifetime Achievement Award from President Obama.
Wow.
For music, for things I've done, I do it for the communities. And so,
yes.
All right.
You were an inspiration for me to help the community.
With the man getting a star on Hollywood, the star on the Hollywood star, I mean, I'm saying to you is that, so for me to say, and I say this respectfully when I say this kid is going to be a superstar, the only thing that we need to have is not just up to him, it's up to that marketing, promotion, video, distribution, and there's a lot, and you know where it comes in. There's a lot of people out here that are unbelievable, but first they haven't had the opportunity, or if they had the opportunity, there wasn't a follow through. So I'm saying that he has the potential with all to do right by him, to give him that chance for the world to say yay or nay. He will be considered in time. Believe me, just from his writing songs alone, man, this guy reminds me so much, not that he writes like him, but he writes quality songs. And I say respectfully, you know who's one of my guys that I love too? It's Lionel Richie. Come on now.
Yeah, totally.
Andy Williams. Come on now. Bob Dylan. Come on now. I mean, Paul
That told a
McCartney.
story that not just a bunch of made up words with a vocal box or something.
Yeah,
You know,
right,
a bunch of symbolism and devil
Right.
stuff in the background. I mean, quality music. And I just mentioned to another guest 2 weeks ago that I hung my headphones up. I don't want to DJ no more because what's requested is just brainwash stuff. It's not quality music. And if, young man, if you bring that back, I will promote you and do whatever it takes to let the world hear you.
Thank you.
Because that's what we need. But
Yeah.
it's got to be the younger generation. We've got people like Sir Earl and these other legends, thank God, still have some around. But having this opportunity, you have like the ultimate Mr. Miyagi on your side right now, who can help you notice where pitfalls are that a lot of us older gents we fell in or had to climb our way out of. So just always remember that. And my number one rule that I was running Icon Studios in Dallas, all my clients, I didn't care who they were, what they did, and I know he's instilled this in you, but just for the public, you know, you want to be big in this business, be good to everyone you meet. You never know who you're coming across. You never know. So yeah, I'll always, that's what they mean by stay grounded. Yeah. But you've got the ultimate Miyagi. I'm not worried. That's why if anybody else told me, you know, came up and said, "Oh, I got this guy. He's going to be like the next Prince." I'm like, no, you've got street cred from the man himself. So you saw, I was just like, yeah, I won't doubt it at all. So I'm excited to hear your new stuff and see this video. So how long have you been doing your thing?
So I've been playing piano since I was 6. I'm 22 now. I've been singing. I mean, I grew up in church, just singing in choir. And, you know, I used to play piano during offerings, and they were like, "Wait a minute, you can sing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I dabble in it, you know, like I do a little something." Like, no, you can sing. And I was like, "Oh, we'll see." And then as I grew up, like in school, they ended up messing up my schedule. And they're like, "Oh, well, the only class we got available for you is chorus." And I was like, "Okay, we'll see how it goes." Because like I said, I played the trumpet. So I was in band class. You know what I'm saying? I joined chorus, and, you know, I started singing every day. And, you know, as time went on, I really started like singing at different places and open mics. And I was like, you know, I actually enjoy like singing and stuff. And, you know, I had the opportunity my senior year to sing upstate at this all-state convention. And I got this chance to sing the song. You know, I know you know the song "I Wish" by Stevie Wonder, with a whole all-state jazz band behind me. And it was like, that blew my head off my body. Like, I was like, wow. But just the energy I had, and just the energy I was getting from the people, and then like just I started scatting with the jazz, like with the saxophones and the trumpets, and I was just having so much fun. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, this is what people do. Like, it was amazing. But that's what kind of opened my eyes just straight about my head. I was like, this is crazy. And like Stevie Wonder is one of like my idols, like somebody I really look up to. As far as, obviously, I'm a pianist, so I'm like, Stevie Wonder's the man, you know? So just to sing his song on stage with a band that consisted of 50 people, like, it wasn't like a small band, it was a big band playing that song. I'm singing, got people, big crowd just dancing. I'm like, wow.
You got a big taste of it.
Yeah, it's like that's when I was like, I can't get enough of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That thing is real. That whole thing where you can catch it. It is contagious. Yeah, it can be a lifelong thing.
Yeah,
usually is, no matter what. But welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, you're
good about it, man.
With him in your corner, you're gonna go places. So, and Earl, I'm really excited to see. Did you make a cameo in the video?
What's up? I was telling him before, and then he just kind of like, I don't think he took me serious. You know, I said it to him. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, you still got shoots, or you done with the shoot?
I mean, we could shoot a little more stuff tomorrow and stuff, but as far as like the choreography and like the extra stuff,
the major.
Yeah, like,
well, you got to throw him in as a nod.
That's what I'm saying. Either like a wink,
you gotta let that man give you a nod in the video. Or if he's a little camera shy, just get an old poster or a picture of him from Old Rugged Cross. Just have it like a billboard in the background.
Honestly, that's a good idea.
There you go.
Matter of fact, I don't even know if you ever heard of Old Rugged Cross. He's never heard. He's
Oh,
never heard
definitely.
the old rugged crawlers.
Oh, really?
No, he's never. I don't even because look, I'm not. I'm just one of not, and I won't say many. I'm one of a few that truly see the talent in him and love him, and that have even been on the road before me to do all that they could to make sure that he's given the opportunity. And so, however that you understand that we can bless each other for this to manifest itself to be something really spectacular because we are the good guys. We want people to be able to benefit from our wonderful fortune. And that and understand something. It's not like we don't have no hills and valleys and bumps and stuff like that. Oh, believe me.
Oh,
And being
we've been on how many phone calls together?
you know, but in saying that, one of the things that I realize is that it is true, too much is given, much is required or expected.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's definitely the truth.
You know, and sometimes we may not want that. Look, I'm accountable not just to myself. I'm accountable to everyone that I care about in life, that I honor, that I appreciate, that I respect. And the reason why I am is because it what fans my flame that even at times I'm running on empty. You'd be surprised. I know that somebody's praying for me somewhere right now. Somebody's thinking something about me and a good thing and hoping the best for me. Matter of fact, somebody may have been even a little angry with me and said, you know what, but God, just have mercy on him. And you know what? Because I'm not perfect. I may drop the ball sometimes, but I try to minimize the risk of failure. It's very, very important. And I try to be fair as much as, matter of fact, even more so than to myself. See, because I know that there are many times that we are misjudged, and that's why I don't like judging anyone. But I can tell you this, Doc, that for what it's worth, there's going to be some wonderful celebrations about to happen. No pun intended. No pun intended, brother. No pun intended. But I'm so happy to see you, man. I'm so happy to know that you're in the saddle, man. You're on the road. You're on the journey, and you're knocking them out because you have always done that from the very first time that we met. So many people that I know that you have helped and helped change lives, man. And from corporations to nonprofit organizations to charities that directly and indirectly, some things that exclusively, non-exclusively, even some of the same people that you still uplift and honor. You've come to their rescue many times, man. So what I saw in you was more than just that guy they call Doc, that's just the fix-it guy. To make it, unlike Trump's fix-it guy, you understand what I'm saying? I mean, you know, a real fix-it guy to make it really work and make it work in a way that was gentlemanlike and above board. But dear brother, you got wonderful things for you, wonderful things for you to happen, wonderful things for you to occur. Yes, indeed.
Stop, man. We're a bunch of guys. You're gonna make me cry.
Oh no, but it's true. I mean, that's one of the things about speaking the truth is that it's easy. And you know what? It will always be the same because when it's true, you never have to change it.
That's why I love talking with you, man. You're like, he's a guru. Hold on. I'm telling you.
Like anybody else, man. I'd be like one of the
yes. But that's why I love you, man. Because you know we've called each other just crap is just not going our way, or just tragedy, and we're able to just talk to each other. That's what I love about you. Whereas I don't know, it's just I didn't even know who you were officially after the first day we met on set for the music video for High Gear. By the way, if anybody wants to see it, it's JC All Stars, High Gear on YouTube. Pretty cool, I think. And I hung out with Earl all day. We got into some deep intellectual conversations, and he was just like a brother. We became brothers that day. And then I go home and I'm looking on Facebook. I'm like, Sir Earl Toon from Cool Again. I'm like, what? because, you know, like everybody else, I grew up with that, with Celebration and Lazy Night. I mean, we had the big record. There was these things made out of wax that they would squeeze, and they were called records.
Oh my God.
But, yeah, right. And you know, I remember my dad. We threw a surprise party for him. He came in, and I laid the needle down. Celebration was playing, and it became like a tradition in our house, along with popping bottles in the kitchen, and wherever the cork hit on the ceiling, we'd write the little special event.
Oh wow.
All right, that's copyright trademark Dark Skinner, by the way. Okay. But yeah, you have, you know, you were a part of my life way before we became brothers. I mean, it's you I can't top what you said to me, and I want to. You're phenomenal. So thank you.
No, but you know what, dear brother, thank you. But I want you to know this, because one time we spoke about certain things in our reaction, and I told someone actually said to me, saw me actually, said to me, well, outright, and I'm paraphrasing, says, well, you know, Toon, you're not like Jesus, you know, and you seem like this perfect guy, and I know that you. I said, no, man, I get angry and get mad, and I can lose it. And so it says, see, well, that's what I'm talking about. See, sometimes people try hard to be like Jesus, but no, Jesus was about love, and Jesus was about that. I said, wait, time out. I said, understand something. I said, maybe you don't know the Bible that well, and I said not to get into religion, but I know I'm far away from ever being in perfection as that, which is Jesus. But I said, I remember that he went inside the temple and turned over a couple of chairs and some tables.
He was angry.
And he was angry.
Mhm.
And guess what? People didn't walk out, they ran out. And he said, how dare you do this in my father's house? They said, they were stunned. They said, Jesus? I said, yes. Jesus was angry. He ran them out. See, I said, so if he can turn over a couple tables and chairs, who am I not to? Heads. You know what I'm saying? So the point I'm making is that we are man, human, and we are of the flesh. We feel, we emotional. We know what loss is. We know what. See, I was supposed today, I wanted to do something, but I didn't. By the grace of God, I'll be able to do it tomorrow. And I would want to send it to you too. There's a book I would love for everyone, if they can hear my voice, to go out and get this book, not for themselves, but for someone else. But to read it first themselves. And then they can share it. They probably won't give it away. They might have to go get another one. But it's called The Prophet by Kahil Gibran. The Prophet. Kahil, Kahil, Gibran, I think it's Gabran. And in this book, which I wanted to give them today, and I didn't, I'm here and Eric, was that, and even for Leo, it's a book that you give someone that you truly honor, that you truly respect, that you truly admire. And it's a good book to even give to a stranger that seems to be in need, that you may have and say, and it might be, you will see maybe frustrated going through something, because it speaks about a prophet that was leaving at this town, this village. And Doc, all the villagers that was there said, before you leave, they didn't want him to go, but they said, speak of us of marriage, speak of us of friendship, speak of us of love, speak of us of time, speak to us of family, speak to us of death, speak to us of marriage, and everything he spoke on. And you'll be able to read this book, not even 2 hours, maybe even an hour. But guess what will happen, Doc? You'll read it over and over and over again. And I would like to give that as a gift, a Christmas gift, to you and your followers, and for them to buy this book, not just for yourselves, but pick 2 of them up. And I promise you, whoever you give it to will sincerely know that you care about them.
Wonderful. Man, everything you're doing. It's just you're a big angel. I love you.
Oh, brother, I hope to be pleasing in his sight, and sometimes I not see. That's where grace comes in at, and that's where mercy comes in at. Because a lot of times, brother, I'm worthy of the best because like you are, because we're his children. We're the sons and daughters of the Most High. We are the heirs of that said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Mm-hmm. We are the heirs of the Creator of creation.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So there are a lot of times we battle with ourselves because deep down inside in our DNA, we are of royalty. Matter of fact, we're above that which is royalty. So that's the reason why I'm saying to you is that it's so very, very, very important that however we can support each other, even if it's just a hello, even if it's just a prayer, or just well wishes that we do for each other. And I promise you, it will make a difference on this planet. I mean it, I tell you.
It's a big difference. And that's another thing that I'm trying to instill with my company, with other companies up here, is instead of us trying to claw our way to the top, like most business owners, most celebrity wannabes, actors, singers, help uplift each other and let's rise together.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm all about, especially cross promoting. Like I said, I will promote the heck out of you. As long as it's good music, which I know it is if you're working with Earl. So I'm really excited about that. And that's the generation we need. We've had a huge hiccup in the music industry. Yeah. Or not even a hiccup, just a drop of intelligence.
But it's getting better now, though.
It is. But it's like there's no originality. Everything's a remake.
Everybody sounds the same.
Huh?
Yeah.
Everybody sounds the same.
Right.
Exactly. It's all because of the vocalizer machine thing.
Yeah.
So
but I gotta say that there are some, and when I say youngsters, only because of the fact that they're more than 15 years younger than me. As much and here's one thing too, as much as I can ever teach him, he'll be teaching me. And because of that is what I'm saying. If others, old schoolers like myself, because I let it be known, old schoolers are alive and well, especially with me. But I promise you, guys like you don't even know, like a G. LeBeau. G. LeBeau is unbelievable talent. I got guys that I know that are producers and writers and arrangers that haven't given the opportunity that I have. Look, I am one of those guys that because of me being at the right place at the right time, we were able to make history. Mm-hmm. And there's so many others that are just as talented as I am. Maybe some less than one thing, but more than another. The bottom line is that I promise you, giving them the opportunity, they will be doing amazing things. And so what I want to do is make sure on my watch that I give, and respectfully I say youngsters, such as he, the opportunity to be able to express oneself. That people say, wow, can they do that? And like I named the name G. LeBeau, I promise you, I can name other names right now. And respectfully, there's some people that I might have made, not to forget, but I'm telling you, you got guys like Leo Jackson that's out there. You got Eric. You got people that are doing things that are trying their best to do unto others to help them, and help them in any and every way.
It just feels better when you help others. Like when I did Icon Studios, it was better to make a bunch of people famous and know, hey, I had a part in that. That was enough for me. But it was better than me trying to struggle to be the next Leonardo DiCaprio. I used to look like, a long time ago. Anyway.
No,
I used to have hair then. But
yeah, you can say it. You can
it's
really
just
say it.
it's I find personally more it's better than any money or material things could be, or being in the limelight by yourself. I rather know a bunch of young people in the beginning and just knowing, hey, I had a little bit of a help to in that direction. I don't have kids of my own. I got no wife or anything. So it's like I want to pass something on. And one thing that you just made me think of, Earl, is I'm in the process. I have a lot of things going on up here on the mountain. And I got a couple of questions for you from the audience. But I want to open a film studio. It's more like a dream center, you might say. It's going to be a film school, music school with a recording studio, sound stage. It can also be used as a concert venue, but all of the employees will be local. And I want to incorporate the high school film students and the college film students to come and do real world experience. Like Full Sail used to be back when I went, it was 300 students. Now there's like 30 million. And give them the opportunity to graduate with a demo reel and a resume, not just a degree, and then they serve coffee. So I would like to have you guys, when that time comes, I got to work with, the state and investors or find angel investors to help with that, but have you guys come to the school and maybe teach a workshop or come speak, inspire. That's just what I'm envisioning right now. You know how I'm always thinking on the fly. So.
No, that sounds fantastic. And that's something that, well, I've done things for the Grammy U. I've done, well, because I had to. Because on our watch, this is what I'm saying. I mean, look, I don't say this because of ego. I'm the president of the America's Chamber for Business, which was the America's Arlington's Latino Chamber of Commerce, over 36 different chambers and 16 different countries. I'm not bilingual, but the reason why I am is because of what I do and what I've done and will continue to do for all. And it's united we stand. Mm-hmm. It's about unity. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what country you come from. I don't care what you could be Republican, Democrat, you're conservative. I don't care if you're straight, you're gay. I don't care if you're rich, you're less than have. I don't care if there's so many other things I can say. It makes no difference to me. As long as you truly have a light in you for love. And understand something. That's hard because it's not about just turning the other cheek at times. There are times that you got to stand up for what's right. And that's not just to keep your eyes closed or and say, okay, no, it's about sometimes having to fight, but fight in the right way. Not trying to maim or to kill or to destroy. Fight in ways that says, look, we can do this together. We can have different opinions too of things. We can see that, Doc, you and I can see things differently, but when we have the Creator, our Heavenly Father, in the midst of what we do, oh my gosh, the left to right of us, the top to bottom, the in and out, and the through and through. Really?
Yeah, man.
Because when I pray, when I ask when I pray, when I do pray and when I'm allowed to think this, when I say allowed to, because sometimes it's not that you think, some things come to you because it needs to be said. And I say at times, I say often, like the animals of air and the animals of land and the animals of sea, I bow down myself to give thanks. Because everything does. Insects, everything that lives, that breathes. Yes.
See, he just leaves you speechless.
Yes.
That's real.
That is so real.
That's real. So we're supposed to be how could we not? How could we not when they instinctively do? How could we not? Because we know that it's in us. We know that there are certain things that we know that we were born out of. Do you know that there are times in your lives, in our lives, that we could not have been here today and we don't even know it. But because of his grace, he said, look, I'm going to move your keys over here. You can't find them in 10 minutes. And took you another round, and there was a big, you don't even know that you could have been a part of it. Woo! Come on, man.
Right on.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
That's real.
It's as real as it gets, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still asking him to give me the chance and opportunity to also do music. Luminous Sounds is actually Trey there is did a mix for me to hear. I haven't heard it. They was one. They couldn't believe I left Dallas, and not because I said I was coming here. It was like, are you serious? You got this record? I mean, really? Luminous Sounds. You know what I'm talking about?
Luminous Songs or Julian Songs?
No, Luminous Recording Studio.
Oh, in Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did the mix on one of my new things, and I still haven't heard it.
Really?
Because I'm here with him. That's how important this is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I know that by his grace, whatever will happen with that will. I'm not worried about that. And they're like, well, why? Because you know, and that's why he brought up when I did the Old Rugged Cross, it was a demo that they went and mixed, and it became it was nominated for the 57th Annual Grammy Award. Am I right or wrong? Right. And it was a demo of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it was.
And I still, and I didn't campaign for it. I didn't push it. I didn't do anything like that. And it was given consideration for the 57th Annual Grammy Award.
It was divinely led to them or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was divine intervention.
But everyone that hears it, have you heard it, Doc?
Yeah, I have it. I've got everything. The bios, all that stuff from when we were working on promoting it.
When you heard it, do you still like it? Do you? How do you feel about it still?
I still love it.
Can you imagine that I don't know when the last time I've heard that, man, but everybody that has heard it, people that didn't know said, Toon, I saw this record of yours and I got it too. Yeah, why you never put this out? I'm like, because I didn't.
It's against the grain, you know, and of what's out there right now. And on top of that, they're used to you doing this kind of stuff. So it could be a shock to the system that, whoa, you know, and artists do that. They'll take a drastic turn, and you know, it can be hard to get it going because everybody's like, that doesn't sound like them.
Because I wouldn't say, and not that I love gospel music. My father is a reverend. My father was a gospel, rock and roll singer and a gospel singer. My first song I sang in church was Yes, Jesus Loves Me. For the Bible tells me so. I love gospel music and Christian music, but I'm not going to say that I'm a gospel singer or a Christian. I'm just a singer, performer, writer. On any day, I write country and western just as good as I write funk. You understand? Get the rump up, believe me. And I turn around and write something, you know, okay? So, but that was a song that was over 100 years old, the Old Rugged Cross. And every time I heard it was so, an old rugged cross, I'm like, and the way that it happened, it was a kid that was doing something for a school. And he told me one day if I ever would help him, would he ask me would I help him? Yes. And he actually wanted it, but he didn't know how to ask me. And his friend said, you know, he's doing this thing. I said, well, why didn't he ask me? He said, well, he was too afraid to. So I said, okay, and I thought, I'll do something with you, fine. He said, well, this is what they want me to do. And I said, okay. I'm like, what? And the rest was history because I said, look, I can't do this like grandma. I got to take it up and do something else. Hey, do you have it there?
Yeah, I got the.
You can find it. If you can play it, a little bit of it, I would love that because he's never heard it. And maybe
you're not gonna find me for playing it, are you?
Oh no!
It's YouTube and Facebook.
No. I'm telling you.
I know.
Publisher, writer.
All right, but YouTube, I've got the man right here telling me it's okay. So
Yeah, that's right. That's
right.
right.
Let me.
And it's over 100 years old, so it's public domain. I took it and flipped it, and matter of fact, if you go out and get it now, all the proceeds, guess what? I don't get any of them. Guess where they go back to, Doc?
Where?
It goes back to nonprofit organizations, charities. Give a Kid a Coat that I have. If you go to Give a Kid a Coat, COAT.org, it goes to that and other charities. I don't take nothing from that, man.
Well, I mean, let me see. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to hear this very well because I don't. Let me just say, but I've got it. Hold on.
You got some speakers there?
Let me turn it up.
Yeah.
Is that too blurry? Or
No.
can you hear it?
It's a little blurry. Yeah.
What? Wait, hold on. It's either you or that. What did you say?
Yeah, no. It's a little blurry. That's okay.
Okay. Well, tell them where they can go get it.
They
I know
can
they.
go to Amazon. They can go to Google Play. They can go to what's another one?
iTunes at all?
Amazon,
iTunes.
Spotify.
No, you know what? Would you believe I didn't put it on Spotify at the time because it was what was it? What was the other one?
Tidal.
No, it was before Tidal. I just had it on like 5.
It wasn't as far back as Napster. I know that.
No. It wasn't that. But the thing is that CD Baby.
Oh yes, CD Baby. Yeah.
CD Baby, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, and there was another one too. And when you just put in Sir Earl Toon, SIR space EARL space TOON, and put in the Old Rugged Cross, so ORC, and you'll be helping some kids, and just let me know too. But there's other monies you want to go to, and that's fine. I mean, I give that. See, that's me letting the Lord know that I am so thankful and grateful that He still allows me to do what I was anointed to do.
Right. So I was trying to pull up a picture of you of the Old Rugged Cross so I could show them the album. I think it's the album cover, right?
Yeah. You
The
have
old Western looking one. Okay. So let me hit share so that they can see my screen. Okay. So this is the album cover. Now they can still see us, but this is the big screen is you. So there's that. And then
that's one of them. But that's not the album cover though.
It's not that one, is it?
No, not that one. No.
I don't.
Oh, you got some other, okay, keep going.
Yeah, I don't have the album cover one. I thought that was the album cover, the brown one. Okay. What I was looking for, you were talking about kids for coats, and so I wanted to pull up this one.
Oh yeah.
Let me make it big. Whoops. Hold on. And
yeah, that's good.
So if you could tell everybody about Give a Kid a Coat, because I was hoping we could raise some jackets tonight or raise some cash for you, because Christmas is coming up, and I want to do what I can to help. So,
would you believe Sunday, I left. That's why I came back. I had to leave Sunday. I did something, a little thing. The Zumba Nation, they got together. I don't know. Did you know that I had a New Year's Eve? Did you know that my house burnt down New Year's Eve?
No.
Yes, man. My house burnt down to the ground.
I just remember a year ago, you were things weren't good, but you're like, man, I'm dealing with some stuff, and you didn't tell me that because
and guess what? And a lot of those coats was there, and it put 5 tons of water in the attic, was electrical fire, and what wasn't burned was cinched, watered down because of the water and the soot and all that. And and the thing was, we came in from New Orleans because we've already over the few years given over 5,000 coats to the ISD and RSD and stuff like that. And we had got some coats also in Louisiana, and we had coats waiting for us to give to foster moms and foster grandmas. New Year's Eve was on a Sunday. So on that Sunday morning, that's what we were going to do. and the rest was history, man. I could have. They said that I could. First of all, because it was so cold, we had our gas heater on, and if it wasn't for actually Carla saying that I'm turning this gas off, I'm like, what are you doing? I said, don't do that. I said, we'll be freezing in here. She says, no, we had to go to church anyway. So I need to do, I'm like, okay. She turned it off. They told me two things happened. It was not even a foot away in the attic from the fire. If that didn't happen, the whole house would have blown up. That's what lets me know how great that was. The other thing was when she asked me, she came out because I was in the living room part and I checked the Jack and Jill room when I came in, the studio, the office room and all that. And then go back into the sitting room and the master bedroom and all that. She came out to find out what was going on with me. And she asked me what was I cooking. I said, what do you mean what I'm cooking? I said, I'm not cooking nothing, but I couldn't smell anything because my body was, already to the smell. I guess acclimated to, the smell.
Yeah, right.
So what happened was she went outside twice. She put on a jacket and stuff to look. There was nothing around. So I laughed. I said, well, look, we're in Texas. Somebody might be barbecuing. She said, it's cold as it is. No one's barbecuing in Texas, but it was like a little joke. Doc, not even 10 minutes after that, she went back in from the living room to go into the sitting room, going to the master bedroom. And it was smoke all around. Started screaming. I called the 911. I had to get my clothes and stuff together. And I looked at all my collectibles and all my, from my
your history.
From my BMI awards to my, but it was a stillness. And you know what? I was thinking, and I heard her screaming, but it was like far away to get out the house. And I said, everything's gonna be all right. I said, and I saw all the coats there. I said, I know. I said, God, I know you got this. And I wasn't afraid. It was the strangest thing. I felt so calm. It was like, I couldn't hear nothing. It was so quiet. It was so quiet. All of a sudden, these firemen come in and bust in, and they literally almost like picked me up to come me out. And I had to just grab my jacket. I'm like, what's going on? They said, sir, you got to get out of here, and pull me out. And when I came out, the roof was on fire. You could see fire jumping off the roof and stuff and all over. And it was the coldest day still at that time that was in Dallas, Texas, was New Year's Eve. And I looked at that, I was like, this can't be happening. And guess what? When we were allowed to go back in, you could look up at the sky in the living room, in the dining room, the hallway, in the Jack and Jill room, the studio, and the kitchen. Everything was that you could see the sky. And all the coats that we had for the kids. What was interesting, the reason why I'm telling you the story is that Fox, NBC, CBS, I think it was ABC, they came down and did an interview for me, and I spoke about what happened. And someone called them back a few days later and said they wanted to try to help me. And there was another organization, and the guy asked them, why do you want to help them when you do coats? They said, because when the gentleman was speaking about all the things that he lost, he didn't say a word about that. The only thing he spoke about was the coats for the kids, because those were the things that I was supposed to do that day.
Yeah.
I felt so bad I couldn't get those kids. Those coats that hurt me, man. Still hurts me to think about it. So I'm we didn't know what to do this year because we still didn't have the home there. There's so many things was awry. So, but the Zuma Nation for Zuma there got together, and not all of them got put together because they couldn't get in contact with each other. But the ones that did come, and I thanked them, and I thanked the ones that didn't come because they didn't know. We didn't do the count of the coats yet, but I believe it was maybe over. I'm hoping it was over 200 coats. It was not like we raised before, thousands of coats and stuff like that. But you know what? It was the thought that counted.
Right.
So again, by God's grace, and I wasn't going to do nothing. That's why I had to be there with them to thank them for them to do that for me. So that's what that does. Things that I do like that. And that's what I'm about to do with this new music. I want to come out so I can give. And actually, I've committed in a way of more than a lot of my proceeds to go back to those that are need. See, look, man, the rain woke me up one morning. And I don't know if I ever told you this story, but and I don't want to take too much time because I want him to talk and you to talk too, but I got to tell your audience this, is that when I say the rain woke me up one morning, I was in Brooklyn, New York, sleeping on a park bench with newspaper over me, and it started to rain. And it startled me because, when you're out in the elements, I didn't know what was going on. And I always tell people I didn't know when my tears ended and the rain began, or the rain ended and my tears began. And I'm going to tell you something. That's the reason why I could write Yahoo, celebrate good times come on. We're going to celebrate your party with you. So that's why I can write that, because I know that whatever your party is only by the grace of God. Only by the love of God.
Wow.
Only by the mercy of God. And I was on that park bench as a homeless young man. That's why I'm in a cookbook right now, a musical feast that I do things like that. And so, because I know what it is to be without. That's why I give so freely, and I give because, hey, none of this, no, we're not taking none of this. Did Steve Jobs take anything with him?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Okay.
Money is, yeah. I told somebody today, I just can't understand it, but unfortunately, we need it for things. I just wish we could all just help each other.
If your audience can help me, give a kid a coat, COAT.org. We're 501c3, and we make sure that these kids have coats. I've done all I could do, and I'm up to now, and I'm going to still do it. Just this year was a little challenging. I've been going through some personal challenges, dealing with insurance people, construction people, Serpro people, art people. I mean, you have no idea. But I'm still here.
And you've been through worse, so you just need to know you'll get through the next day. You survived all that, you can survive this.
I survived Katrina.
Yep.
You know this to be true.
Mm-hmm.
My place, I got love from the governor and the mayor there in Katrina doing work that was fabulous. I mean, really. I mean, the last time before Katrina happened, I was with Fats Domino, and we was at his house, and we was having a wonderful time. We was in there, and that's going to be in my book. I mean, having a wonderful time. And next thing I know, George Brown calls me from Kool and the Gang, Funky George, and said, get out of Louisiana, New Orleans right away. I said, George. I said, yeah, that's going to come over, because they usually tell me, said, no, Toon. So I'm telling you got to go this time. I fought with George about for 15 minutes about it. I said, okay, but I wasn't going. I said, okay, George, I was going to. But someone said to me, George was so adamant about this. I said, wow. So I said, well, maybe if I leave for a day, no more than 2, come to Dallas, and then go back. It'll be like a little vacation and so and all like that. And get back on doing, I was working with this girl at the time, Danny, and finished the album. Man, the rest is history. And guess what happened? All my stuff with the Red Cross and what is it? The people FEMA was 100% wiped off. Oh, you put another picture up, yeah.
Yeah, I just saw you were talking about the members, so.
Right. It was 100%. That's George Brown right there.
On the left or right of you?
On the top. The very guy at the top. That's Funky George.
Okay.
Baddest, and that's cool next to Curtis with the glasses on, and that's his brother Ronald Bell there. I mean, that's the fellas, man. But this is that I'm telling you right now. He said for me the way he said to get out. FEMA and the Red Cross said I was 100% done. All my stuff was toast done. But you know what? They didn't give me that one penny for insurance. You know why? Because I didn't have any flood insurance.
Yeah.
And it was almost something similar to this thing with this fire. They're down all my instruments, all my studio equipment, dog.
Oh, Cali?
All my studio equipment is gone,
Oh,
and the insurance wouldn't give me a penny for any of it.
Yeah.
Because they said I should have business insurance on it, but it wasn't for my business. It was my personal studio, my man cave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But guess what though? I'm still here.
Right?
That's what I got, and that's what I'm thankful for. So he gives me another day, another way to make it right. And guess what? But this is how he blesses me. He blesses me being able to speak to you and being with a wonderful young man that I believe that will do amazing things, even greater things than us.
Well, in your case, just remember Job. More like 5-fold or 10-fold. So it's going to be good. We're going to do some big things together. I got some plans for us. Let's see. We covered everything, I think, on my list that I wanted to make sure that we covered, because I digress really bad. So we covered the band, we covered Give a Kid a Coat. Now the address is giveakidacoat.org, correct? Okay. Now also on Facebook, I noticed a donation, charity donation button for Give a Kid a Coat. That is you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that's all. That was actually
a little coat that says "Give a Kid a Coat," like that or so. And now they have oh, let me show you now. Oh, you got it. Yeah. Now we have another shirt that I made up a scene, and Miss Harrell liked it so much because Carla Harrell is the co-founder. Or show them. See, it says. You see what it says? You too can spread the heart is love.
Of course.
And give a kid a coat. How you like that?
I like that a lot.
Can spread with the hearts, the love. Give a kid a coat.
Now you can get these at the website.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know yet because this just happening. We're behind times in a way because we're still not in the house. Well, we just got in the house. The door just came on Friday, I believe. The front door just came on. They're still working inside the house and on the outside of the house. But yeah.
It's a process. You know, my sister, I don't know if you ever met my sister Brooke, but her husband, the house that we were staying in, it exploded due to a gas leak. There was a small arc in the power, just enough to didn't trip the circuit breaker, but it caught fire to the insulation, heated up the gas line that went to the kitchen, blew out the whole back of the house. And it takes time. The smell takes time to get used to that again. You know, that
everything just have to smell that way.
You know, that after the fire burnt smell, it will stay with you, especially objects that you go and save. You have to use a special kind of alcohol.
Yeah.
To wipe it off to where it doesn't. It's a pain. I cleaned a lot of personal items, and you still can't get rid of the smell sometimes. But that is like a trigger. It's a reminder. So that takes a while to get used to. My sister, I still think, deals with that.
Yeah. No. Still here. Some of the things that we just have to, we are not giving anything away that we know that could be harmful to others. Of course, we've thrown away so many things. I had so many things, man. Even in the garage. I mean, I had things that you wouldn't believe, and then some people not being fair and of other things. But look, again, I gotta leave it in the hands of God that He'll work it all out. And you know what?
Well, maybe this will help. Speaking of God working out, I've been ignoring our chat room, by the way. We're going to give a little quick shout out to the ones that are joining us. And we've got Debbie, Joey, Manuel, Thomas, Elizabeth, Michael, Mark, J, Chad, AJ, Amity, BB Chavez, Serge, Jesse, No, that ain't Scarlett Johansson. No, it's not. It looks like it. Joanne Steen from Australia is watching. She
Hey,
says hello.
Don.
Kevin Watt from Dallas Fort Worth. Andrea Flanagan. Mike Bosley. We got some locals.
All you
Yeah, we got Shauna
Woo.
Felipe. Oh, did you ever get to meet Frederick Henry, the Michael Jackson guy in Dallas? He used to do the Baja Beach Club.
No, but I heard about him.
Oh, he's coming to Vegas, baby. Let's do a meeting then. Why don't you come to Vegas? We'll go see him. He's doing a big thing with Queen and whatnot. Frederick Henry, number one MJ impersonator on the planet. He just finished up a couple years over in Spain. So he's in Spain right now. So he's watching. So you can say hi to Spain.
Hi to Spain, but tell him that MJ most definitely was an unbelievable, great. I mean, believe me, that man was a good man, a good-hearted man. And regardless of people may say about him or have said about him, if you knew, and those that know Michael know that he could never, ever, would never, ever hurt a child. And he was so innocent in his ways of thinking and feeling and not caring that even when it seemed to hurt him, he didn't care because he was that honest with himself that he knew himself he wouldn't do that. There was, look, and his family, his father, Joe, I had nothing but the utmost respect for Joe. Catherine, which is one of the finest ladies that you could ever meet, and that whole family. Just think about this. Mm-hmm. All those in that family, an Afro-American family, usually there's one of them that stays in jail. Most families. and I'm making a joke. That's a joke. I know. And all anybody don't be writing no letters, and so that was me being like Richard Pryor back in the day. Okay, all right. But what I'm making is that Joe did not spare the rod. He was a hands-on father, and he spanked that behind like my grandmother. My mom died when I was 4 years old, and my grandmother raised me. She used to tell me to go out and get the switches. Oh yeah. She would bring out a tree and whoop it with it. So there was a different time how things were done back then. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it could have not have been done better, but that's how they were brought up. And so what I'm saying to you is that Michael Jackson, more than people know, well, people should know this, has given, and unless there's been a difference now, I want to make sure that I'm not wrong by this, but at one time, there was no other that gave at least an entertainer, maybe others now, like the head of Apple or Mac, Mac. Who's the head of what's his name?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, right? Oh, guess what? As far as giving charities the type of money that Michael Jackson's ever given, they didn't even know that. It was unheard of. It was unheard of, and if people will realize that maybe now, I mean, like of course, like Green's, what is the name? Green, not Greenspan, Green. The billionaire.
Greenspan. Yeah, that's his last name.
Greenspan is his last name. And what about Buffett?
Warren Buffett.
Oh, there's Buffett and there's Soros and all those.
Yeah, I mean, but guess what? These guys automatically outside of industry had billions of dollars. Here's a guy from Gary, Indiana. It's like the woman that Jesus told his disciples that all these people that gave monies and stuff and all this, and she only like gave him a penny or 2 pennies, whatever the story was. And he said she gave the most.
Oh, she oiled his feet. Isn't that the same?
No, the one wasn't the one that gave him something. Wasn't it just like a 2? That's all she gave was a penny or something like that, a pence. It was something I forgot what. And you know, and let one of the listeners that know the story to know that those people gave a lot of monies and so, but it was one lady that, and Jesus said to the disciples, she was the one that gave the most because she gave all that she had.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. So you let your friend know is that impersonating Michael Jackson to me is impersonating one of the best.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's been doing it since '91.
Wow.
in Dallas. I mean, full Vegas show. And that's what I'm saying. If you want to go in February, he's going to be in Vegas.
I would love if he would have me to come to a show, because the guy that was doing Michael's impersonations there in Vegas at the tower, my God, the Stratosphere. So I had a restaurant at the Stratosphere, the top of the Stratosphere. I had Nathan's hot dogs there, okay, with family and so. Watch this. I'm telling you that the gentleman that did the Michael Jackson then, guess who I brought to the show? Not Michael. You know who I brought to his show?
Oh.
Michael's father.
Oh, then it's the same. It's the same guy, because he has a photo of him with Joe.
Well, then ask him if he knows, if that's the same guy.
Okay, Freddie. I know you're watching, Freddie. It's like 4 a.m. over in Spain or something.
Ask Freddie, does he know me? I'm the one that brought Joe there.
Okay.
He was in Vegas.
We'll make it happen. I'll hook you guys up.
And so tell me, I'm from the Cooler Gang with the believe me.
Okay.
Yeah. And ask him, was he at the Stratosphere? Because if he was at the Stratosphere, then he is the guy.
I mean, who knows? They all kind of look alike.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. They all got that Michael look. Oh, you're absolutely right. But he was bad. He was badass, man.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, yeah. Freddie, I'll contact him for you. And then while I got this open real quick, everybody's just kind of blown away that you're on the show. We got Christopher, Mark, Omar, Lawrence, Tonita, Johnny Dale, and Deborah Raymond all just recently jumped on board. We got some Bible verses here. Oh, the woman was the poorest and gave all that she had, was a couple of coins. Okay, well, what's the story? Oh, it's a synoptic gospel, Mark 12:41-44 and Luke 21-14.
Wow.
With Jesus in the temple and the Gospel of Mark. That's a lot of reading right now. We'll look it up. Anyway, so all those people are joining, and they're just here to see you guys. Now, so we got the coat thing. They can send it now. They can do the money as well. But if they wanted to actually ship jackets, like I have some people here, I think it was Deborah that asked, she did. Debbie Hammeris. I'm sorry, I just butchered your name. I was calling you Debbie. She wants to know if we can do a coat drive for you. So I don't know where she's located.
You know what? Tell her that we, regardless of where you are in the United States on the planet, they will have our blessings. Tell them that we just need to know who they are, where they are, however that we could correspond with them. I tell you what, you let your listeners know this. This is how much, and I have the utmost love for you, and I honor you as my dear friend, is that we would have you as our spearhead for your listeners. And we will do things that we can meet and greet or correspond with them directly, that I can send them a thank you, be it a picture, something. Matter of fact, I can maybe even get my wonderful, talented, unbelievable Julian Morgan to get a picture that he can sign and be a part of giving, to help you with some coats and those that will do that. I mean, because his album is going to, you know what? His album, I believe, will be noteworthy in the industry.
Well, then I would like to, because I'm a promoter up here on the mountain. You good with bears and elk and deer and black stallions and UFOs and Bigfoot?
UFOs.
We got it up here. We got it all up here. But maybe because that was some of the other questions, was when are we going to get you up to the mountain, Sir Earl? So I'm thinking we get you guys up here for a little promo, maybe.
I tell you what, right now. What we'll do is try to put something together that we can come up there and do a song while we're up there.
Okay.
Songs.
Oh.
A couple places that we can, in a studio that we can be in and be comfortable with, and have a place that we can stay and work. And even if it's just for, one would say, almost a week or no more than a week, that we can do one song, if not two, that we can put there, and we can make it right. I don't know. I'm talking with my heart right now, but I have to discuss. I can't.
We're just throwing ideas around.
Him and Leo and Eric and all that. We got this. I have to. It's not my saying myself. So, but I believe that there's something that we can do. And if there's any other place, state or city, that we can go in your town too and get love like we get from Doc here, that we can actually write something and do something there too. I think that would be a wonderful human interest story.
Honestly,
You know,
Well, I am working on building a studio. Once that's available, you will have a key to it. All right.
I'm definitely
but I got to get it built first. I'm just slowly building my little empire up here, up on Mount Olympus, as I call it. But yeah, I would really like anything for a weekend. Maybe we bring up a track and we have you perform at the local place up here. If you want to do a little something bigger, I have access to the casino up here for the big conference center.
Well, I tell you what, so that if we can come and even do some shows, be it that Julie and Jay can do a show, I can do. I'm still working with different bands and put a band together. And actually, I'm doing a show for the Yellow Rose Gala in April the 13th at the Renaissance Hotel in Dallas, which is for MS. You understand? And it's going to be nice. It would have been nice if you could have come, in April and let your fans know and friends know.
This wasn't public till right now, but I might. I really, really like it here, but I might make a trip back home, so we might be able to sit down and have some coffee. I'm starting to get a lot of calls. People want me to, actually, this is for a motivational speaking thing, which I've never done. Anyway, it might bring me home for the weekend. We'll just say that.
Okay.
So we have that to look for. I actually tried to get a hold of you. I came up there at the end of October for my birthday, and I was trying to hunt you down.
Oh man,
it's all good. Everything.
I don't even think I was there, and actually, I wasn't even at the house then.
Yeah, and I wasn't aware of that. Just been so crazy busy trying to do all these things. So, let's. I don't know how much more time I've got on this conference webinar, but Julian, let me ask you. So you got this one song you worked on the video today.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So how many are you coming out with? Just a single, or are you coming out with an EP, an LP? What are you doing?
Well, as of right now, I got a bunch of songs that, that mean a lot to me that I've come up with, but we're trying to figure out how we're going to bring them out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As far as whether we're going to put out a couple singles or we might throw out the whole album, we're trying to make the strategy, but right now it's just more of, okay, let's get all this content together. Let's get these videos done. Let's let's start creating more stuff and trying to make the whole vibe before we just start throwing out music. Because a lot of people nowadays, like people my age, they just start throwing out music like there's like what you were saying, quality.
Yeah.
I believe in quality over quantity all day.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just be throwing out songs just because I can throw out songs. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure there's a lot of quality. I want to make sure every single video that I have is quality. Anything that you guys see from me is quality. And
you're just in Atlanta right now?
No, I mean I'm from New York.
It's from New York.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're in Atlanta right now.
Yes. Yeah.
Matter of fact, he has the dancers, the choreographers. He's been working on. It's been actually like a boot camp that he's been at.
Okay. Because I've got
dancing and all that.
Because Earl, you and I, we understand each other when it comes to music stuff. I need to hook him up with two specific individuals up here. One is a young rapper who I don't like rap anymore because of that, and it's just crap. This crazy white boy is deep.
Wow.
And his stuff is meaningful, and he's like Will Smith. He believes you don't have to curse to sell a track.
Exactly.
Okay. I have more respect for people that can do a song without, degrading people and women and women degrading themselves, which just, I don't, that's a big problem with our society is that is no help.
Yeah.
But Bricks, BRIXX. I've shot a couple of his videos.
Okay.
Really deep. I'll send you guys some links, but I would like you to meet with him. And then I got a female artist who I think you remember we played before the show came on, Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler King.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. Tell her I said, long live the king.
Oh wait, she's probably watching right now. All red
No,
as
I said, long live the king.
Yes.
Oh, that Sir Earl Toon said, long live the king. For
Awesome.
sure.
Well, she's probably jumping up and down like girls will do. She's probably watching this free, and God bless her. I love her. And also go check out her website at a girl named King, KING.com, and check out her videos and stuff.
I love her lyrics.
Huh?
I love her writing. I love her lyrics.
Oh, good. And she pops them out. So if we could do something where you guys could come up for a weekend, I can introduce you guys. We can have a little jam session, see what magic comes out. If the altitude up here, we're higher than Denver, so things are magical. Clean air. Oh yeah, we got a ski resort, Sunrise Ski Resort, right down the street.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you snowboard?
Honestly?
Oh, I was talking to Earl.
Earl.
Give me a big bucket.
I gotta see you do something like that.
Give me a big bucket.
Right?
Give me one of them big buckets, one of them big salsa things.
Who's your roommate has been a fun background all night. Or the guy walking around in the back.
Oh, that's Eric.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Well, where else were we going with all that? So yes, I want to get you guys up here for a weekend. We could do a little premiere of your track. Definitely get you on the radio stations up here to do some interviews. And also the Sunrise Ski Resort. I haven't spoken to the new team, but they just got a whole new team of people. They're trying a new management, and they're bringing bands to the ski resort to perform indoor and outdoor, I think. So that's something. When you come to Arizona and you're thinking of a tour, don't just restrict yourself to the big cities, because there's some amazing towns and cities that have a lot of people.
Well, tell them that Mr. Celebration, which they call me, if they really want some good old school up-tempo music and some love-making music and some fun music to dance to. Tell them to get in contact with you and we'll work it out.
Excellent.
And I'll see if I could, if he has the time, because his schedule is going to be so crazy that I can have him come in and do a few songs with me on the stage in his own, and we can work things out.
Well, also, like, remember, I'm also the film resource coordinator for the Arizona Film Commission. So if you want to come up here and you need some beautiful scenery with evergreen pine trees and mountains and lakes
I love that stuff,
and outdoor stuff, we've got all that. And here's the thing. I can offer no film permit fees. So we can come up here, just film, spend a whole week up here, get some really cool, like, I wouldn't say as far as Justin Bieber going to Antarctica in his underwear, but you could do some cool stuff up here.
Yeah.
And it's pure beauty. I think that would be a great concept, showing you getting back to the roots of real music.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody does stuff in the streets and in the alleys and with the cars and with the entire neighborhood hanging out, doing the hand signs, or if it's the R&B stuff, it's always the same sex scenes, really just sensual. And am I going the wrong way, sir, Earl?
No, I'm
all right.
Yeah, no.
I was like getting in it. Yeah.
Cross the line.
Oh, tell your listeners I said to get some seedless grapes.
Yeah.
Like these.
Okay.
Or red grapes, whichever one you like. Tell them I said to put it in the freezer.
Okay.
Wash them off and put them in the freezer. And let them stay in there until they're almost frozen. If not, if you may like them, they're frozen. And tell them that they won't be able to stop. Tell them they're candy.
Really? Well, heck, I'm going to go to Walmart, pick some up.
It's so cold. It's so good.
It's the trick. That's
Yeah,
it.
I'm like, all right.
He said, what? I said, believe me. And they're like candy.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable candy. Tell them tell them the Sir Earl Toon's bunch. Tell them to put that together.
Is that in your recipe book? Which you need to tell people about your recipe book.
Oh, well, I'm going to be doing another one. The old one was done years ago called A Musical Feast, which not everybody, but for the likes of.
Do the name drop. Come on, because you had a huge list of stars in that.
I know it's a lot. I mean, from old school, from Whitney Houston to Paul McCartney, from the Beatles to Aerosmith. I mean, to my gosh, I mean, so many people from Madonna to Seal to Frank Sinatra, one of the last things that he did back in the day, to oh man, I mean, it just the Grateful Dead, B.B. King, Hootie and the Blowfish. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's so many wonderful people. You know, the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger, Keith Richards. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's so many, and I'm just there. My little self is in there doing my little recipe. You know, my grandma's swordfish steaks.
We need it when you come up here. We need to have a sit down on the couch and just get go out and buy like 8 hours of digital data and hook it to the camera and just let you go on your road tour stories. That's what I think would be so exciting, is all the stories with all the bands you've been with and performed and partied and worked with and wrote with, and the fact you've been with almost all the major record labels, if not all.
I've done some
you have filled up your pie with
tell your listeners for me, back in the day when dance music was really, really, and it's coming back now. Well, look for a song by a group named Candela, Candela. They can find it on YouTube. And the name of the song is called Love You Madly. Candela -love, LOVEUYOU Madly, MADLY. And tell them that, look for the long version. And tell them that I said that I love you all madly. I do love you madly. And that's a gift for me to them. And you know, hopefully they'll call you back and say they had a fun time dancing to it.
Yeah,
it's old school, but I think that they'll like it. I do.
We need to. I think we need to reel it back from where everything's progressing. I think we went a little too fast the past few years, and it feels like just the industry, not just music. Now, like I say, I'm in the entertainment industry. I do movies and video. Not all of it's bad. We have good musicians. We have good actors and directors and producers, but there is a dark side, like in any element, any sports, any business, corporation. But that's why I moved up here on the mountain, so I could find amazing talent like he has with you, and nurture them and help them grow and take the right paths. Help them be aware of the pitfalls that most people don't even know. They just think, oh, I'm going to be a star, you know, and that's how it's going to happen, because it happened for Brad Pitt because he has good look. No, there's so much involved. And then also be there to encourage them to not give up, because that's the biggest thing. And how old are you? Do you mind me asking? How much? Or how? 22. Okay. So you're just a young whippersnapper. Thinks you're a man, right? Well, it is hard work. It's going to be a lot of hours if you don't know already. But you, like I said, you have the best Mr. Miyagi up by your side, and he is not going to lead you the wrong way at all. If not, he's going to show you the VIP lanes.
Mm-hmm. But guess what? In his defense, Doc, I promise you, this young man gets up 5. We can be in the studio working to 4 and 5 in the morning, and he's back at the gym. Tell him what time you're at the gym.
I'm gonna wake up at 7:30. Yay!
Be in the gym with the trainer and works for. Tell him how many hours you do that.
I do it for 2 hours, then I come back for like a half hour, then I got dance for like another 8 hours.
Right, and then he's putting things together. Then we're in the studio again, and we're right. Yeah, this is.
I don't sleep or take naps.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Oh, believe me, I know.
Yeah. But there are times that I have said to him, respectfully, I need you to get your rest.
Yeah, he needs me to. You need to be
I-
bright-eyed. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I don't want him to look worn out because of him wanting it so much and working it so much that when he gets it, he looks tired. No, we see, because even what they say, all work and no
play makes something a dull
boy, right? Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I get all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy or something like that. Well, I don't make Jack was with the J. I don't want to make Julian with a J. Nothing dull about him. You understand what I'm saying? I want him always sparkling. You understand? I mean, I want him always shining.
Fresh.
Oh man, fresh out of grandma's oven. Woo! You know what I'm saying? I mean, like it's good. Can't wait for it. You got to cool off. He said, "No, okay, mama, boy, leave that alone." But no, what I'm saying, yeah, man, yeah.
Wow. Well, I look forward. We're gonna call it here, but I'm gonna keep you guys online. Okay, so don't hang up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and then we'll do the after chat. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, Stock Skinner with the legendary Sir Earl Toon Jr. and his protege. I guess I could say that.
Yeah, you can say yes, you can.
Yeah, you're
no. I'm very proud of him. Yes, you can.
His Daniel son.
But again, he has put work in himself over the years, and the help of others too. And I always say that because you never forget those that have helped you to go up on the line. Matter of fact, what's Eric's last name, man?
Safolia.
Huh?
Safolia.
Eric Safolio. Eric Safolio has been very supportive and loves him. And so I got turned on to him by Leo Jackson, and that said, look, you got to help me with this kid, and he's fantastic. And there's others that even from him being in his school, from his mom and dad, put their foot in it and said, look, this guy was an athlete. No, look, understand something. Everything he does. Tell him how you broke your hand. Tell him that story.
I actually used to play football when I was like growing up and everything. Like I said, I always loved music, but I didn't really get into it until like they messed up my schedule. You know, it just happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was more of like the sports, played football, basketball, track. Like that's kind of like what I was into. And then, one day on the field, I broke my hand. And then my mom was like, I've been paying for your piano lessons since you were a kid. I mean, I'm not going to be paying for lessons and you go out there and hand. So it's either one or the other. And I was like, piano's my baby. Like music just, there's nothing like it. I mean, I love football, but
that's God. It's a God nod, as I call it.
Yeah.
Right.
He was telling you, you were doing the sports thing and whatnot, but something was like, nope, not your time. This is your time now to do this. It's all about his time, not our time.
See, and again, now watch this. And the point that I'm making is that even then, his mom and dad, respectfully, his dad and mom, them both said, hey, look, here's something that's an opportunity for you. Remember, trumpet was before, am I correct?
No, piano was first.
Piano was first, then it was trumpet.
Then it was trumpet, yeah.
Okay, then we'll go count the trumpet.
And trumpet was trombone.
See,
and then
trombone,
the French horn.
The French horn. So what
the vocals kind of like dwindled through things.
Yeah. the point that I'm making is that it's so very important to know that there was so many on his journey that pushed him right along and pulled him right along and shielded him from certain things and spoke to him before. And so for him to have the heart that he has and the love of the art that he has, the respect of the art that he has, the mindset that he has, and more importantly, the spirit that he has to be one of the best, if not the best ever. Again, I'm just there just to move certain things from him however I can, or to show to give the gifts that Otis have helped to give me to share. So
it's all about paying it forward.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Remember that, Julian.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're gonna call it because I think we're at 2 hours. Was there
What?
anything else? I know. Was there anything else that you wanted to? Yeah, because I
Yeah.
think we
There's
started at 8:30, didn't we, or was it 9?
I don't know. I think it was
I don't know.
9. No,
Well,
guess what? Remember,
yeah.
so guess what? There's one more thing I want to say, man.
Yes.
Is that sincerely, I honor you as my dear friend and my brother, and I love you. And I'm so happy to see you and to know that and I always used to say the best is yet to come, but the best is not yet to come for us. It's already here. When we woke up this morning, that was by God's love and grace given us. He's with us right now. So the best is with us right now. And I want to say to you, thank you so very much for sharing your gift with me and with Julian and he with us and your unbelievable fans and that are there. You understand? Listeners, because guess what? Their gifts and our gifts is the gift of time that God has given us. And we're sharing our gifts with each other. I want to thank all of them. Thank you so very much. I'm Sir Earl Toon. We love you. Don't we love him?
No, we do love him.
Believe me. And we love you too, though.
Man, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And like one last time, the web address is give a kid a coat, right? A coat. Or give a kid coat.
A coat.
.org.
Yes.
All right. And also on Facebook, you can look up donations.
Right.
You can do that. And then you also have Julian. Now, what's your Facebook website?
Facebook, you can find me at Julian Morgan Music. On Instagram, you can find me at Julian Morgan Official. And I have a website, julianmorganmusic.com.
Excellent. And when do you expect the first track to come out?
Actually, over the next couple months, I'm probably gonna drop 2 songs. That's what my plan is.
Nice. Well, let us know when you're coming to AZ. Like I said, I've got some amazing talent that's hidden up here, and I'm really working on making this mountain like I don't want to say the next Nashville, but something to that extreme. That when they think the White Mountains are like, oh, that's a mountain full of talent. You see what I'm saying? And so, and then when the school gets going, have you guys come and do like speeches or teach kids something.
No, that'd be fantastic. Matter of fact, before I forget, sirearltoon.com. You can go to Mr. Celebration. That's Instagram, MisterCelebration. On Facebook, of course, Sir Earl Toon, and also on Facebook is Earl Toon Jr. EARL space TON space JR, and the other one, just tell them to Google Sir Earl Toon.
And if they want to book you guys for something,
which one? Matter of fact, you let them know if they want to book anything, especially from your show and your listeners, because I will do everything I can to also share with you, because that's the kind of man that you are, and you're good, and you are worthy of everything that is good. I will do that through you with them.
YMO, brother.
You know it. Yours, mine, and ours, baby.
That's right. Love it. All right. Well, Julian, it was a pleasure to get to meet you, and I look forward to working with you in the future, having you guys come up here for a break. Just get some fresh air if you want. But definitely think about some cool video. Michael Jackson did it in the woods. Of course, it was Thriller, but it looked good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Hold on. I'll chat with you after I disconnect, okay? So I'll see you guys in just a bit.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Earl Toon and Julian Morgan. All right. All right, folks, that was an amazing show. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. There wasn't a lot of questions, just a lot of comments. They were just about grapes and how you're excited. There's a whole bunch. I got to go back and look at it. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I'm glad it was something more uplifting and fun, exciting, not like just the news. But like I said, I want to trade it up. So I got more people coming. I told you I got some big people coming. So I'll be back on Thursday, actually. Yes, Thursday the 20th with amazing Mind of Our Time, Josh Toms, who is out of Colorado. He was with the Nikola Tesla Science Society. Kid's brilliant. He's going to talk about some stuff that's going to blow your mind. We're talking the real Star Wars Force stuff going on here. So, all right, I'm done. I got some after hours chatting to do with my buddies. I will talk to you all later. Ciao, Bella.